We'll try this out. Okay.
I love it so much.
That one.
That's the one. '2020 Phoenix. PSA 10. Yes, we do, Rob Richardson. He is over here on TikTok. Shout out to Bubba, too. Oh, hell yeah. How about a PSA 10 Super Bowl MVP, Mr. Patty Mahomes, on the Fireburst PSA 10? That's a nice one, Ashtray Poetra. Congratulations, good sir. You win this morning. Johnny Quick. Oh, wow. Holy shit-talking mushrooms. Junk Wax Nasty. That is numbered to 25 on the Royal Lineage. Bandysbrock, Johnny Quick, and Jack Campbell. That's cool. 10 out of 25 on the Triple Relic. Very nice. There you go, my man. And that one's going to go in a big boy 130-point penny sleeve. Mr. Tripp, welcome back. Good evening. And I got to grab a not Junk Wax Vintage top loader for that one. Because that's a thick boy with 4 C's. Felicidades, Henry. That's pretty, buddy. It's a bloody buddy. 2 in blue. Well, hello!
Oh my God!
Mikey Kobaugh and Dutchie. I cannot thank you enough, my brother. On the gifted spot. Your World Series MVP on the All Aces, Freddie Freeman. Check that out, Bam Damley.
Get that card out of my face!
Oh my.
Just leaving that one up for you, brother. Wow. Oh, hello. Peanut butter and jealous. Alan White. Nolan Ryan autograph numbered to 10. Damn. Holy shit. Hockey mushrooms, legends. Junk Wax Nasty. Woo! Congratulations, Alan White. I am honored to even hold it in my hot little mitts. Damn. Check that out, Alan White. You win, brother. That is 3rd on print to 10. That is the 2nd to 10 autograph that we have found.
Oh my God!
Oh my God, it's so juicy.
Emotional damage!
El Mutante. The 17-year-old sensation for San Diego. Bro. Dutchie, you win. That is absolutely good karma. You know it, Bubba. Holy crapola. And it is numbered 59 out of 60. How about a penultimate on print? Leo Dallas DeVries, El Mutante. Well, felicidades, Dutchie. Congratulations, my good man. That is sick. Numbered to 149 on the acetate. Holy shiitake mushrooms. Junk Wax! Nasty. That is sick. Congratulations, buddy. I am so stoked that we could find that together. Kyle Giungo, good evening, buddy. He says, would you be our very first numbered card? And my dear friends, we have some morning wood.
Giggity, giggity, giggity.
All right. I'll see myself out. Oh, my Lanta.
Oh my God!
Check that out. First on print to 5. Damn. Goodness gracious. Congratulations to the Nationals. And that is Mikey 2, Mikey Koba. Brother. Congratulations, buddy. First on print to 5. Whew. Schmo, you're exactly right. Thank you, buddy. Goodness gracious. Congratulations, Mikey 2. Damn. Case hit, bud. And check this out.
Oh my God, it's so juicy.
Oh my God!
Number to 50. The GOAT. TB12 Tom Brady. Congratulations, Mr. Paul Bailey. There you go. That's right. Dunk, thank you for smacking the follow button. 615, let's go. Todd Kale, thank you for smacking the follow button. That's what I'm saying. That is beautiful. 29 out of 50 there for you, Paul Bailey. Congratulations, OG. That is a case hit. That's right, Paul Bailey. Congratulations, my brother. Beautiful. And let's find out where this came from. Oh my God! We found it! Lane Rust, congratulations, young man. Yes way. Yes way. Oh, I'm so excited. Folks, this is the first time I'm seeing it too. Would you just look at it? 1 of 1 gold. Beautiful. Junk Wax Vintage Family Card Stand. Congratulations, Lane Rust. That is magnificent, my friend. Hell yeah.
Oh my God!
Would you just look at it, Lane Rust? Congratulations, young man. Oh, wow.
Oh my God!
Holy shiitake mushrooms. Congratulations to Bethany on the gold C.J. Stroud rookie autograph. Woo! That is magnificent. And it's nicely centered, too. Congratulations, Bethany. You win. So, family, in the chat, let me know whether you would like to have the Malik Neighbors Kaboom or the C.J. Stroud rookie autograph number to 50. It is a slab. Ooh. 2011 Topps PSA 10. Big Poppy. David Ortiz. From 2006 Topps. Congratulations, Tippy Brad Schwartz. That's a nice one, buddy. And shout out to our Boston brethren. So Tippy Brad Schwartz, if you go back and watch this replay, brother, just keep in mind that I purchased all these PSA 10s very, very intentionally. So if you do not PC this, somebody in this family does. So if you want to reach out in the Junk Wax Vintage family chat, initiate a trade, or if you want to sell it, that is totally okay too. Congratulations, Tippy Brad Schwartz.
Still no Griffey rookie. We've been searching for days.
We should have purchased from Junk Wax Vintage.
Set course to Earth. Let's go get our Griffey.
Let's go.
Yeah.
It's Wednesday night and we're going live. The Jungle Wax Vintage crew's gonna come alive. Dalen's ripping packs, bringing that fire. And Mrs. Junk Wax will ship what you desire. You gotta break spots, waiting for the fam. And personal rips you can snag like bam. Just head to junkwhaxvintage.com, where the legends shop and the vibes stay strong. We're gonna rip, we're gonna ship, gonna spin that moose, let the good times flip. If the hype train rolls, you might just win one of those sweet hit boxes tucked within. Yeah, the stage is set, the crew's in place. It's wonderful Wednesday, so join the cheer, we'll chase that heat from vintage wax to that ultra modern treat. You bring the love, we'll bring the flame. It's JWV, not just a name. We're gonna rip, we're gonna ship, gonna spin that moose, let the legends dip. With every break, there's more to find, so get ready to roll. It's almost time.
Good evening, my friends. How the heck are ya? Hey, what's up, QBH? Let's go, brother. Just a few seconds left in our opening jingle. Enjoy.
Giggity, giggity, giggity. All right.
Well, top of the evening to you, you absolutely incredible human beings. It is wonderful to see you as always. How are we? What's up there, Mr. Russell, our Canadian cousin? Painting the Chat podcast, Mr. Robin of Loxley. Welcome back, good sir. I love it. Reminds you of Sunday Night Football, eh? Did somebody say football?
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Krillich, what's up, Steve? Good to see you tonight, my man. How are you? Gilbert, it is great to see you again, my brother. Good evening. Big hugs and firm handshakes all around. Rage Mafia, good to see you too there, legend. Ovi, my Canadian cousin, what's up there, brother? Hope you're having a wonderful evening, eh? Good to see you, buddy. All right, my dear friends, as always, you already know we have an action-packed happy hump night ahead of us. So, folks, on a couple of those breaks up there at junkwhaxvintage.com, we are getting so close. I think we're down to 6 spots left in the hockey break. I'm ridiculously excited to bust into that one. We also, my dear friends, if you have not taken a gander at junkwhaxvintage.com, you might want to, because we have some Razzes up there. So the 5 hobby box football mixer has sat for a couple of days, sitting without a whole lot of action. So Mrs. Junkwax went ahead and took some of those teams and put them into Razzies for you. So they are down to $6 per spot. And you might walk away with a team in a 5 hobby box NFL mixer with like 21 autographs or something like that. Threaten me with a good time. Oh, you know it, eh? Always good to see you, Ovi. Mr. Fenstermacher, thank you for sharing out my live, Brandon. Good to see you. Excuse me. Top of the evening to Mr. Andrew Irvin. And Brad Barber, what's up, legend? Good to see you too. I hope that boba fills tonight as well. That would be sweet. All right, my dear friends. And Dutchy, good to see you tonight, John Van Dyke. And hey, Dutchy, I apologize, my dude. Earlier today, you gave a spot to, I believe it was Trevor Taylor, right? But we whiteouted it, And I wanted to wait for that whiteout to dry, and then I never got back to writing his name in there. So that does go to Bubba. Good, good, good. I just wanted to be sure. Thank you, good sir. Let's get him locked in. So as always, my dear friends, if you would like to take a gander at junkwaxvintage.com, now would be a perfect time to do it. We do not have a huge queue yet. So if you wanted to rip something down from junkwaxvintage.com, tonight is your huckleberry. Mr. Josh Fish, oh, you know it, my man. We got to open that first item of the evening, and you know exactly what it is. One moment, my friends. All right, all right. Cheers. Roast. Jean-Claude Van Damme. I love spicy water. It's just so good.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my Lanta. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get some music happening, shall we? There we go. Wait a second. Wait a second. Aha. Give me just a moment here, folks. Mrs. Junkwax is down there having a Taylor Swift party with the family. There we go. That's better. All right, all right. We got her done. Mr. Krillich. Steve says, hey, Dalen, I emailed you a question last week on the email address on the website. So I think I saw that one, Steve. Did that have to do with comping a card? Or something like that? Remind me, Mr. Krillich. I think if my memory serves me correctly, it was something having to do with pricing a card, right? Ray, thank you for sharing out my live, you incredible human being. I appreciate you, big sweetie. All right, all right. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. We busted into that first item of the evening. I think it's time to bust into our very first pack of Juicy. Juicy. Junk Wax. Let's go back to 1986. See if we can't find that elusive, holy noly. Maybe a Ricky Henderson for Dutchie. Oh, Danny Mackers, you rock my face off, you legend. Sharing us out to 10 people. Love you, buddy. Thank you. That is amazingly kind of you. And very much appreciated. Mr. Young Gotti, welcome back, buddy. All right, we have a promo to get us started. How about the Motor City Kitties? Oh, Walt Terrell. Painting the Chat podcast. I see over here on TikTok as well, my friend. Thank you, Robin of Loxley. How about the man, the myth, the mustache, Mr. Jack Morris. Couple of Motor City Kitties. Old Bruce Hurst for the Boston Red Sox. Fernando Valenzuela for the Trolley Dodgers. Rest in peace to the legend. Joaquin Andahar for our St. Lunatics. Shout out to Jeffro. Old Ron Guidry, Hall of Fame pitcher for the Pinstripes. And that finishes off our first pack of the evening. I think we're going to get into one more. I really want to find that holy noly. Let's do one more, shall we? And then we'll refresh that shop for the very first time, my dear friends. Mr. David Whitty from Alabama, welcome back, buddy. Hope you're feeling well today there, David. Long time no see, legend. And Mr. Krillich. So yes, you emailed me trying to comp cards. So it was 2 Jeter rookies and a Griffey rookie and a Frank Thomas rookie and a David Robinson rookie of the year. So Mr. Krillich, your best bet to comp cards, my man. I sincerely appreciate you thinking that I'm like a comp machine. I am so honored and humbled. But, my brother, you will be much better served. Actually, you know what? I'm going to teach you something today, my friend. Let's go through this pack real quick. Oh, it was asking about grading. Ah, roger that, buddy. Well, I will have to double check that email again for you, Mr. Krillich. So I do get a lot of questions about pricing. And your best bet, folks, is to use eBay and sold listings only for that one. Like I said, I am humbled and honored that people look to me for advice. Thank you so much. However, that information is readily available up there at eBay for you. And I just don't want anybody to waste their time waiting on me. You know what I mean? That is all stuff you can get yourself. I've got you covered, Krillich. My pleasure, Steve. Thank you, legend. All right, we have old Dave Steve for the Blue Jays. My second favorite, Oral Hershiser.
Giggity, giggity, giggity. All right.
We got some Oral and some Cox. Back to back. It is not hashtag JWAD yet, my dear friends. One half of the brothers Bannister, Floyd, and Toby and his last hurrah, finishing that one off. There you go. All right, 2 packs of juicy junk wax to start our evening. I know it, Mr. Russell. I know it, brother. Chef James Reinhart, my dude, smacking that resub button for the 23rd month. Cannot thank you enough, James Reinhart. That is amazing, my dude. Coming up on 2 years. Time flies when you're hanging out with your best buddies, yeah? Mr. Peacharelli. Good evening, David. And shout out to Tucker and Parker. So Tucker and Parker encourage everybody to fill the 7 hobby box MLB break so they can see what Astros that their dad finds. I like it. I see what you did there, brother. And I do believe that is an 8 hobby box baseball break, by the way, my good man. All right. So real quick, legends, let me show you something. We're going to have a little tutorial, okay? So if you go to the eBay, looks like that, right? Let's go. We're just going to type in a 1989 Ken Griffey Jr. I put in Men Griffey Jr. There we go. All right. So we're going to use that as an example, okay? So do you see these prices here, folks? These are not prices that you should use to try to establish value, okay? So if you see these numbers, the totals, they're in white, right? So that means that is not a completed sale yet. So the other thing is sometimes you see some buy it nows, okay? So there might be a card up there that says buy it now for a certain price. Always remember, my friends, people can list things on eBay for literally whatever price they want. There's no magic person behind the scenes that's like checking people's pricing to make sure that they're pricing things fairly. There's none of that. It is the wild, wild west when it comes to pricing. So I could put up a Ken Griffey Jr. 1989 for like $10,000. And believe it or not, my dear friends, people do things like that. So they'll actually put up cards with the sole intention of trying to get somebody that maybe doesn't know any better yet, and they think they're getting a deal, and they don't do any other research, and they end up buying a card that's ridiculously inflated in pricing. So, how to combat this, my friends? How to get around this? Okay, do you see up in your top left corner? See the filter button? You're going to use that filter button, okay? When you tap that filter button, it's going to bring up a menu. You need to go all the way to the bottom of that menu. Almost. You're going to scroll quite a bit until you see sold items. Okay, that's the magic button. If I can get it to focus. Sold items. Then you're going to click it. And it's going to automatically toggle completed items as well, because a sold item is also completed, right? So it's automatically going to toggle that for you. You're going to hit the search button again. And now you see magically all the numbers are in green. That means those are completed real sales that somebody paid for. So there you go, buddy. So if you ever have any questions about a price of a card, eBay is the best place to go, in my humble opinion. But I'll tell you what I do. I'll share with you my own personal system, okay? Whenever we have a card that I'm looking for a comp on, especially if it's a really common card, like you see a lot of sales for that specific card up there, I always take the top sale and the bottom sale and I throw them out, because there's a lot of variables on eBay, right? So sometimes people will list a card that will end, the auction will end at like Tuesday at 3:30 a.m. So that is not a peak time for eBay, right? So whenever you're putting an auction up, folks, you want to make sure that your auction ends at a peak time. So Friday night between 7 and 9 p.m., Saturday night between 7 and 9 p.m., Sunday pretty much all day. Sunday's a good day to have anything end. So that is my 2 cents, which is sometimes worth a wooden nickel. And I hope that helps there, Steve. Mr. Jayville, or you can just go to 130point.com. 130point.com is helpful, absolutely, but there's definitely some things I haven't been able to find on 130.com, my man. So what I use 3 different places for pricing. Actually 4, technically. So I will go to eBay, sold listings only. I will go to 130point.com, And I also use sportscardspro.com. And then sometimes, if I'm really stumped, I'll even go use some Card Ladder. You got options when it comes to pricing your cards. All right, my dear friends. Less talky, more rippy, yeah? Let's refresh that shop for the very first time this evening. Let's go. Good evening, my dear friends. If you're just rolling up in here, it is wonderful to see you tonight. Dougie Fresh, taking a couple of Razzie spots. Beautiful. Thank you, big man. Taking down one for the Bengals and the Ravens. Wow, the Raven spots are only $6 a spot. Shout out to Mrs. Junkwax. That's magnificent. Good evening, Mikey. Buenas noches, Chito Vera. Que bueno verte, señor. Siempre. John Scherer, good evening, my man. Great to see you. Balake. So, my brother, I told you I will be extremely transparent with you, and I will do that absolutely right now, Mr. Balake. Check it out, buddy. So, for your card, after eBay fees, you got $360. Actually, that right there. That is everything that came from the card that I auctioned off for you and John. And I actually have, it's that right there. Because it's on hold because that card had to go to eBay authentication. So it was $360.30. So I will split that right down the middle. And like I said, I'm not taking any of that. I'm not taking a fee, nothing. That's just all going to you, my friend. And I'm very, very happy that I get to pay you and John both out for that one. That's nice. So as soon, you see right now it's on hold. If you can see that. So as soon as it's not on hold, I will be sending that over to you, Balake. Thank you, buddy. MKE fan. So I do not have a TikTok shop, my brother. We never have. Not planning on doing so. But if you want to head on over to junkwaxvintage.com, that is where you find everything having to do with this channel, my friend. So there is sealed wax up there. There is break spots up there. There's some merchandise up there. Shameless plug. There is a blog up there if you want to educate yourself. So there's all kinds of stuff up there at junkwaxvintage.com, my dear friends. You're invited to go check it out. Malcolm in the Middle, good evening. Excellent to see you over there on YouTube, buddy. So as always, my dear friends, if it is your very first time tuning in tonight, nice to have you. My name is Dalen, also known as Junk Wax Vintage. You can find me here almost every single day, ripping packs, cracking backs, and having an absolutely splendid time with the rest of the JWV family. So if you are new here tonight, folks, couple of things for you. As always, we are live on 5 separate simultaneous platforms right this second. You can find us on TikTok, Facebook, Kick, YouTube, and of course, the whole rest of the fam damly is over here on Twitch. So if you would like to make the switch, my friends, we would love to have you. Come on over, baby. Cape Cod Beach Life, welcome back, my man, and thank you for smacking that follow button. I appreciate you. Toynado, what's up, you legend? You must be looking in the mirror, sir. Good to see you. So, again, for my newbies in the house, feel free to come on over, check us out on Twitch, and additionally, my friends, like I said, junkwaxvintage.com is where you can find everything having to do with this channel, and you're actually more than welcome to create your own personal account there for free. Cost you nothing, and that way you don't have to enter your information every time. David, welcome back, good buddy. Nice to see you, my brother. How was your day? All right. An MKE fan, that is correct. I do have a link in my bio. Yep, you just got to follow the link tree. Thank you for sharing out my live there, Joshy. All right. Thank you, John Harris. I appreciate you, brother, and it's wonderful to see you tonight, good man. You are very welcome, Balake. And Mr. Scherer, John, says, can someone please post the break status? I can show you the break status, my dude. How about that? Because right now we have an open queue. All right, so in our Topps Finest Flashbacks, we are down to just a handful of spots left, my dear friends, and it's only $12 a spot. Steven, over on TikTok, says, any autos live in the 2020 Topps Gallery packs? That's a great question, my brother. I got to be honest with you, I'm not positive, but I don't think we found any yet. No, excuse me, I think we found one. I'm so sorry. I think we found one yesterday. I will always be as transparent as I possibly can with you, my brother. So, just a few spots left in that one. It is only $12 a spot. In our second ever NHL break, 3 hobby boxes. It is only $24 a spot. We're down to a handful of spots on that one as well. Now remember, my dear friends, any break that we fill tonight, we will bust tonight. Threaten me with a good time. Oh, there you go. Thank you, Onward. I appreciate you lighting the chat up with the break spots there, or the break information. So we do have that 5 hobby box NFL mixer. The Razzies are live right now at junkwaxvintage.com. So you might even be able to snag one of these teams for like $6. Good luck. Looking forward to running those Razzies as well. Then we have our 8 hobby box baseball mixer with up to 24 freaking autographs. That's a lot of ink. Damn. And there's some really good teams still left. Blue Jays, Brewers, Cardinals, Cleveland Guardians, the Diamondbacks, the Marlins, White Sox, Twinkies, Tigers, Rockies, Rays, Phillies, and Padres. And then we're ripping that one. And then, of course, my dear friends, we have our 17th round of Bo Jackson's Battle Arena, the Alpha Update. This is 2 booster boxes. We're going back to 2. So we did a little run of single booster boxes. Now we're back to 2. So this is 40 packs, and it's just $38 a spot. Well, good evening, Mr. Farwell. How you doing there, Jeremy? And that subscription badge next to your name is so damn handsome, sir. Big hugs. Firm handshakes to you, my brother. Hope you've had a wonderful Wednesday. And then, of course, my friends, we have our first off the line 2021 Panini Chronicles Hobby, and that is combined with Top Series 1. So 2 hobby boxes, and it's only $20 a spot. So there you go, legends. That is what we have up there on the site. Feel free to go check those out. The QBH. Oh, hell yeah, buddy. And you made the switch to Twitch.
Oh, yeah.
I freaking love it, brother. It is wonderful to see you over here, buddy. Making my night. Thank you, my good man. And it looks like he says, hey, you just got the Ravens. Oh, really? Did you get a spot in the Ravens Razzie? Because I think that is what we have up there, my man. I'm going to refresh that shop. Connor Zern, welcome back, legend. And Aiden, thank you for smacking the follow button, buddy. Welcome to the crew. I see you. Yep. I got you, Quentin. So you snagged spot number 7 in the Ravens Razzie. So you have a chance to win the Ravens. That's why the spots are only $6. So there is 10 spots in that one. As soon as it fills, we run a moose race to find out who wins that spot. Kind of similar to how we do the hit boxes. Mr. Peacharelli says, what is the significance of first off the line? I am happy to explain to you, my good man. Allow me just a moment. So you see that little bad boy right there? So this is a very special box because they are the first off the line. So they have special first off the line parallels that you can find in here, and you can only find them in the first off the line boxes. And also, they have some lower print runs. That is absolutely right, Corey Bader. Correct. Yep, they have special parallels and lower print runs. You were spot on, Corey. Thank you, good sir. Did not see that, but I see it now. So there you go. So that's why those are significant. We have found multiple 1-of-1s, numbered to 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, those kind of low numbers. So you typically find those in the first off the line boxes. Alrighty. Dutchy says, let's refresh and get that party started. I am happy to do so, my brother. Thank you so much, Dutchy. Let's refresh that shop. And General Custer, I see you snag something down as well as Steven Grigsby. And we are going to rip into some Playboy here in about 25 minutes because we are not quite into hashtag JWAD yet. Okie dokie. Oh, I see you there, Dutchy. Hell yeah. Snagging a 1991 Fleer football single pack. We're going to go provisions hunting. Let's go. Thank you, Dutchy. Allow me just a moment, my friends. Do we have an A.A. Ron O'Neill here with us by chance tonight? Mr. Harvard on the Hill. Are you here tonight, good sir? Technically, he's had a pack that's been marinating for a couple of days. I don't want to pass that dude up if he is here. Shout out to Mr. A.A. Ron O'Neill. I don't think he is, but you never know. Mikey 1. So, hey, folks, I got to give credit where credit is due. Okay? Our buddy Mikey 1, also known as Mikey Tendo, in the chat over here on Twitch. You know he is our innovation lead here at JWV. He is working on something very, very special behind the scenes right now, and I am indescribably excited to show you. However, I got a little something else for you. So Mikey has helped us with a tutorial about how to use the Twitch trading system. So I know that there's been some question marks on how the trading system works. Whenever you get into a break and you want to trade teams with somebody, we have a special set of commands that you can use over here on Twitch that help me out big time. So Mikey has created a tutorial, and I think we're about to see that sometime this evening. So Mikey, I see you put that in the chat, my brother. Ah, he's updating it right now. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Mikey. Excellent. So we're going to see that tutorial very soon. Doc has a question.
Oh, yeah. What kind of a question you want to ask her?
First question of the evening. Thank you, Doc. He says, where's the best place to get a card graded? Well, that's a complicated answer, my friend. It all depends on what you plan on doing with that card, if that makes sense. So if it is a card, if it's a card for your PC that you never ever plan on selling, you can grade with whatever grading house that you like their slabs the most, right? Because every grading house has a little bit different look. If you're trying to maximize profit because you want to flip it and you want to sell that, then I would absolutely recommend PSA. Unfortunately, for better or worse, PSA is king right now. All right, Dutchie. Good luck, brother. Dougie Fresh says, hey, man. What's up, Dougie? I saw you snagged a couple of spots in the Razzies. Thank you, Doug. All right, we have a Charles Haley for Rob Richardson's 49ers. And speaking of Mr. Rob Richardson, ladies and gentlemen, the family pharmacist has just smacked that resub button for the 29th month. 29 months, bro. Damn. Time flies when you're hanging out with your best buddies. That is astonishing to me, Rob Richardson. It does not seem like 29 months, my brother. I cannot thank you enough for being a part of this family. And my man, after 29 months, you are definitely family. That is incredible. Great to see you tonight, Rob. Shout out to Mallory Latoya. All right, we got Mark Carrier for the Bears. Albert Lewis. Everson and his salty walls. Tim Jordan. Chris Hinton. The name's Dalton. Hilliard. For Jimmy Nug's Saints. Chris Jackie. David Piccirilli. If you're taking off tonight, my man, you and the boys have a magnificent remainder of your evening. And give the wifey our regards as well. Hope to see you in the morning, legend. What the anti-heck for my Seattle Sea Chickens. Randall Cunningham for Uncle Smitty's Eagles. Haywood Jeffries, another legend. Eric Green. Jeff Lagaman. And Arthur Cox. Last but not least for San Diego. And that could not be worse centered. That's a pretty one. Well, there you go, Dutchie. That is a wonderful way to start our evening. Thank you so much, my brother. And Mr. Wells has a question. On your 2-box baseball mixer, you have select team and not a number. Just to let you know. What? Are you talking about this one? Really? Yeah, I'm looking at it right now, brother. I see numbers. And we've actually already sold some spots. I sincerely appreciate your help, Ray Wells. Thank you, my brother. But I am not seeing what you're seeing, my man. Is there anybody else that's seeing pick your team on our 2 hobby box mixer? I am so confused. But I appreciate you so much, Ray Wells. Thank you, you legend. Dougie Fresh, yes, I did get your order, my man. We're going to go back through the shop here in just a moment, brother. Thank you so, so much. So yeah, from my side, brother, it looks like we have 24 spots still left. And it is definitely random. I'm looking at the numbers right here, my brother. But thank you, Ray Wells. I sincerely appreciate you helping out. Oh, I see what you mean now. I got you, brother. So it says that. So if you just click that button, my man, You will see it's all numbers. But I understand how that might be a little confusing. I appreciate you bringing that to my attention. Thank you so much, Ray Wells. And Calabio, welcome to the family. Thank you for smacking that follow button. Nice to have you. All right, let's refresh that shop real quick, legends. I was so confused there for a moment. You almost gave me a heart attack there, Ray Wells. But thank you as always, you legend. All right, folks, we do have some brand new orders up there at junkwaxvintage.com. I sincerely appreciate you bearing with me for just a couple of seconds here. I need to lock them in. Mr. John and his salty walls. Billy Casper, good evening, you legend. Yes, I just caught that. Thank you, Billy. Appreciate that, brother. Oh, yes, it is Onward. And that is correct. I will reprimand her.
Giggity, giggity, giggity.
She's heading the right way for a smacked bottom. All right, John Walls, taking spot number 13, and Boba. Thank you so much, John. And we'll get back to ripping here in just a moment, my friends. Thank you for bearing with me for a moment. There you go, John Walls. And also 2 packs of 1995 Playboy. Now remember, my friends, we do not rip into Playboy for another 18 minutes or so. Not until 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, when we move into that portion of the show that we lovingly refer to as #JWAD. There you go, John. We will get into those in just a few minutes, my man. All right, next, Mr. Mean Brad Green, taking down the Titans in our 5 Hobby Box NFL mixer. Thank you so much, Mean Brad Green. Got you locked in there, legend. Oh, hell yeah. Next. How about a blast from the past? Mr. Billy Casper. Been a minute since I've been able to lock you in on a break sheet there, my brother. Oh, hell yeah. And buddy, I don't know if you heard Billy Casper. This is our 2nd ever NHL family break. We did our first one just a couple of weeks ago. It was fantastic. Ridiculously excited to run back number 2. It is 3 hobby boxes. And it's going to be a lot of fun. Thank you, Billy Casper, taking down Michael Jordan, spot number 23. Got you locked in there, brother. Thank you, Billy. Cody Custer says the Cowboys look like they were sold out as well on the break. Why, thank you, Cody. I appreciate you letting me know, brother. Thank you, thank you. We're going to keep on going through this list. Next is Mr. Bill Ballas, taking down a spot in the Bengals Razzie. Thank you, Bill. Next is Mr. Steven Williams, a terrific Tennessean, taking down 2 packs of 2020 Topps Gallery. Thank you so much, Steven Williams. I believe this is your very first purchase. Nice to have you, brother, and best of luck. And you were in the queue, my friend. Thank you, Steven. Next is Mr. Mean Brad Green, taking 21 and 22 in our Topps Finest Flashbacks. Thank you so much, Bradley. Getting us a little closer. Would love to bust into that one tonight. Been a moment since we busted into one of those boxes. All right, and then after that, I need to go down just a little bit. Our Dutchie, did you grab another pack? Or was that the original one? Give me just a moment here, folks. Nope, that's the original one. Roger that, gotcha. All right, and then I see Cody Custer snagging 1 2024 Marvel Masterpieces blaster box. Beautiful. And then 3 1995 Playboy packs. Thank you, Cody Custer. One moment. There you go, Cody Custer. And you are also in the queue, good sir. All right, and I think we are current. So Dougie Fresh, I saw you snag the 2 spots in the Razzie. Thank you, Doug. And then we do have a brand new order from Mr. Ryan Bruns, also known as Funnel Jackson, over here on Twitch. Aw, thank you, Billy Casper. Love having you, buddy. You already know. Aw, very cool, Josh Fish. I am peanut butter and jealous. I bet they are, my man. Very nice. All right, so Mr. Ryan Bruns, my man, taking down 3 spots, or excuse me, 3 packs of 1991 Fleer football going Provisions hunting, and 2 packs of 1990 NBA hoops, and 1 spot in our Topps Finest Flashback, and that is spot number 19. Thank you, Ryan Bruns. Looks like we might be busting into a break tonight. Maybe 2. Threaten me with a good time, my friends. I would love to. Alrighty, brother. We have 3 packs of 1991 Fleer football and 2 packs of 1990 NBA hoops. You are in the queue, Ryan Bruns. And I appreciate your patience, my good man. In advance. All right, all right. We have a good-looking queue, my dear friends. Let's do it. Hey, good evening, Petey. Shout out to my favorite Purbin. How you doing there, brother? Shout out to you and Jay. Mr. Beaster, good to see you back, my man. How are you? Happy Wednesday. Jeremy Farwell says, what are your favorite cards to open? Ooh, that's a tough question, buddy. Man, I like ripping into them all. I can't decide. I just love ripping. It don't matter. But if I had like a pew-pew to my head, I would have to separate it with vintage and modern, right? So if I had to make a choice, if it was vintage, I'd probably say 1982 Topps. If we're talking modern, I'd probably go 2022 Topps Chrome Cosmic or 2022 Topps Chrome Ben Baller edition. I love them both. Good question, Mr. Farwell. All right, legends. Let's get back into our family rips here. And I want to make sure that I don't shortchange anybody. So it is not hashtag JWAD yet. Or we're not ripping into Playboy yet. It is going to be Mr. Steven Williams. Steven, are you here and are you ready, my man? So, thank you for smacking the follow button. Same to you, Larry. Shout out to Balky. I hope somebody gets that reference. There's my man. Thank you, Steven Williams. Good luck, brother. I just want to sell you free cable. You know it, onward. Steven! As always, legends, if it is your very first time tuning in, it is wonderful to have you. Thank you for being here with us tonight. If you have not smacked that follow button yet, you might want to. Aw, thank you so much, Beaumont. You nailed it, brother. Another Canadian cousin in the house, eh? Heading up north for some French fries and gravy, sir. Almost made it. All right, we have Jorge Soler for Alan White's Royals. Alex Bregman. Tommy Canel. How about modern artists? Is that Aquino? Maybe? It is Aristides Aquino. On the modern artists, Eric Thomas. Luis Robert, also known as Pantera in Bo Jackson's Battle Arena. Glaber in the Torres for the Pinstripes. Oh, hell yeah. Got yourself a numbered Hall of Fame Roberto Alomar. Is that to 25? Yes, it is. Congratulations, my good man. I would say first rip magic is real for you tonight, my brother. Hell yeah. Very nice. Another modern artist, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Then Not So Dirty Sanchez for the Pinstripes. And last but not least, you have the artists themselves. Matt Stewart, Josh Trout, and Todd Aaron Smith. Those are the gentlemen or some of them anyway, that drew these cards. Very, very cool. Well, I'm going to sleeve and top load that one up for you, buddy. It is very, very nicely centered. Beautiful. Obviously, you see just a little bit up there on that top left corner. Those dark colors are always a little bit tough, but still looks pretty sharp. And of course, that is 8th on printed 25. Nice pull there, Steven. That goes in a brand new 35-point Junk Wax Vintage Top Loader. Congratulations again, Steven. Oh, he says, I've been in here several times, but first time buying UPC the Yankees. Good to know, my man. Well, it is wonderful to have you, Steven. Welcome to the family, my brother. And that is a wonderful way to get you started here in the front yard, my man. Thank you again, Steven. I appreciate you. Alrighty, we are moving right along here, folks. How about so Cody Custer, I want to rip through yours all together, my man, and we have J-Wad coming up here in about 8 minutes. So I appreciate your patience. Thank you. Good evening, Fridge. I am well. How are you doing tonight, buddy? Maddie, good evening to you as well. Mr. Whit Dog. What's up, brother? Little Whit Dog. Always good to see you, my man. Happy hump evening. You are very welcome, Steve, and I sincerely hope that that is the first rip of many that you and I get to do together, my good man. Cheers. Okie dokie. How about Mr. Ryan Bruns? We're going to move on to you, my brother, because all the rest of the rips are Playboy, and we don't rip into those for another few minutes. We want to make sure all the kids have time to go down to sleep. So for those of you that are new here, if you don't know already, I'm happy to share with you. So I go live almost every single day, 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time, Tuesday through Friday. My morning show, if we end up having a lunch wax earlier in the afternoon, and then the beginning of my evening shows, all of them will always be family friendly. I've got 2 young boys. It's very important to me that they're able to watch the show, right? However, when we get past 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, my dear friends, we get a little spicy. So might want to make sure the kids are down. There's Mr. Mean Brad Green. Shout out to 1012 Breaks. Welcome back, my dude. Great to see you over here on the TikTok. Marco Bosco, good to see you too, legend. All right, Ryan. Let's start with your hoops. We will end with some foosball for the boys. I love the positivity. Thank you, Fridge. Big hugs and firm handshakes to you there, legend. And Josh and Gil, I see the gifts over here on TikTok. Thank you so much. Love you. I see you, Fridge. Oh, thank you, Brad Green. All right, we start out with Pippin. Since been Pippin. Give me my powder. Scottie Pippen. Magic Johnson. Couple of legends back to back to get us started. Beautiful. Glenn Rice. Smoking that herb. Williams. Harry Catledge with Michael Thompson co-starring. Klay Thompson's daddy. Aw, thank you, Daniel S. Welcome to the family, my man, and I appreciate you smacking that follow button. Kenny Battle, rookie, for Mr. Esposito. Shout out to Greg Esposito. Good evening, Leo. Welcome back there, buddy. You are a legend, my brother. Jerry Sloan. David Rivers. Craig Elo. Dick Anderson for Charlotte. Timmy D, thank you for smacking the follow button. How about Rory Sparrow for Bienvenidos a Miami? Reggie Miller. Domo Arregato, Coach Adubato. Richie Adubato from right up the road in Dallas. Joe Wolf. Drazen Petrovich. Rest in peace. That's a sad story. Nicely centered on that one, too. Alexander Volkov, back-to-back rookies. Back-to-back-to-back rookies. With Vlade Divac. Awesome. Rolando Blackman. Larry Kristowiak. Scotty Too Hottie Skiles. Master of the receding hairline. The fastest thing moving on that court is not his feet. It is how fast his hair is retreating away from his face. Yikes. Poor guy. Shave it, bro. Just shave it. Akeem the Dream. Olajuwon. with the big man, Mr. Patrick Ewing, co-starring. Earl Bailey with those infamous glasses. Reggie Lewis. Trent Tucker from Double T. And we're not talking about Bubba, Mr. Trevor Taylor. Robert Reed. Greg Dreiling. The round mound of rebound. That is not terrible, man. Terrible. Charles Barkley. Reggie Williams for San Antonio, Stuart Gray, and Michael Thompson. Klay Thompson's daddy. Finishing that one off for you. All right, Mr. Bruns. Let's go provision hunting, shall we? I am always excited to do so. Rob Richardson says Scotty Too Hottie Skiles still holds the single game record with 30 assists. Wow. I almost feel bad for making fun of his hair. Almost. Mr. Brad Green, I appreciate you so much sharing out my live over there, you big sweetie. Thank you, brother. E-Dub, welcome back. Good to see you too. You know it, Johnny. I do my damnedest, buddy. Good to see you tonight. All right, pack number 1. And we start off with the number 1 draft pick from 1990, Mr. Jeff George. Old Lewis Lips. Dane Gash. Vinny Testaverde. John Elway. Matt Baer. David Fulcher. Former Seattle Seahawk, Mr. Warren Moon, on the league leaders. Buford McGee. Brian Noble. Greg McMurtry. Ricky Sanders. Jim Lachey, that is Nick Lachey's daddy, from 98 Degrees. Not kidding. And Mel Gray for the Lions, heroically off-center. Beautiful. Nice first pack. T-Dub says, Dalen, did Finest Flashbacks break? No, it did not, my man. Last I checked, we had just a few spots left. That is correct, Nathan Hill.
Giggity, giggity, giggity.
All right. All right, Ryan Bruns, pack number 2. Let's do it. And we start out with an offer doll for the Dolphins. Mark Carrier for the Bears. Harry Hamilton. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that, Ray Wells. So I did just get word that it is full. We will be busting that Topps Finest Flashbacks very, very soon. Thank you, Showstoppa Choppa. Good to see you again, my friend. Ethan Horton Heat. Scott Norwood. Bill Romanowski. Nice. The founder of Neuro One. The very first nootropic that I ever took in my entire life. Dennis Gentry. The Nigerian Nightmare. And we're not talking about Kamaru Usman. That is Christian Okoye, the original Nigerian Nightmare. Look at those pads. That dude was freaking huge. Steve Young. Ricky Priel. Mike Ken. He is Kenuff. Eric Martin. And Hassan Jones for Minnesota. Finishing that one off. All right, all right. We have one left.
One down, one to go.
Good luck, Ryan. Let's see if we can't find you that elusive Provisions. Mr. Dave Sawal, thank you for smacking the follow button, my man. Welcome. Mr. Zelinsky. I love it. Why, thank you, sir. Randy Johnson's a handsome son of a gun, so I will take that as a compliment, my man. Alrighty. How about Broderick Thomas for the Bucks? Bernie Biner. Luis, thank you for smacking the follow button. Bienvenidos a familia. Jerry, always on the ball. Jerry Ball. Hugh Green. Andre Rison. Shout out to Lisa Left Eye Lopez. Wayne Haddix. Troy Aikman. Shout out to Mikey One, his PC. Tom Benson. And oh, by the way, Mikey One, Dutchie gifted you one of these this morning. Do you have one of these coming in your pile there, Mikey One? The Therminator. Mr. Thurman Thomas, old 34 for the Bills. Mike Kofer. Trace Armstrong. Berg. John Landetta. And Rich Camarillo. Couple of 1-2 kickers to finish that one off. Well, Mr. Ryan Bruns, I am so sorry we couldn't find you a Provision in there. Gosh dang it, buddy. But you got some sweet, sweet cards nonetheless, and it is always a blast ripping together. So thank you, Ryan. And I am looking forward to the next one, my good man. That is correct, Mikey. Yes. Yes way. Matter of fact, oh, I'm so sorry. That was not Dutchy. That was Trevor Taylor. I am so sorry. I was mistaken. But that is a gift for you there, Mikey1. Sorry about that, brother. But yeah, that was Trevor Taylor. I got a little confused on that. My bad. So there you go, Mikey. That will be in your pile. Coming to you next. All right, legends. It is official. It is hashtag JWAD. So my dear friends, my family, especially if it is your very first time here, when we move past 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, we move into a portion of the show that we lovingly refer to with our acronym, hashtag JWAD. That is an acronym that stands for Junk Wax After Dark. And we get a little spicy. So if you have kids watching, might want to make sure they're down. We don't get too crazy. So teenagers are probably fine. But if you got little ones, might want to make sure they're in bed. Jamie Cordova Ochoa. Welcome to the family, my man. Jaime. All right, so we have a whole bunch of Playboy to rip through here, my dear friends. And the very first one is going to be Steven. No, I'm so sorry. Very first one is going to be Mikey the Mad Hatter. Mr. Mike Lester, who told me that if he was not here tonight to go ahead and rip this anyway. So Mikey, if you're watching the replay right now, brother, I love you and good luck. Let's go. See if we can't find that elusive Donald Trump rookie card. That is April of 1961. How about a whole heap of side boob? 1974. She's got legs. She knows how to use them. That is Jillian Martin. And a set of legs from 1976. Ooh, we have a little checklist. 54 through 62. Ooh, you got a celebrity. Little Miss Bo Derek. That's fun. And you got two celebrities, my friend. There we go. Miss Sally Field. Man, she was a looker back in the day. Beautiful. I'm going to sleeve that one up for you, Mikey the Mad Hatter. Sorry I couldn't find you the Trump in there, buddy, but you got two celebrities in there. So nothing to shake a stick at, my good man. And that is a magnificent way to start our Playboy rips. Mr. Grigsby. Steven, you're up next, my good man. Steven, are you here and are you ready, brother? Excuse me. Hey, you and I both banana pudding. I know as funny as that sounds, there was actually really good articles in Playboy. You are correct. You're in good company, buddy. That is correct, Cody Custer. Forrest Gump's mama in Playboy? Yes, sir. All right, Mr. Grigsby. Good luck. Here we go. Jay Stu, thank you for smacking the follow button. Shout out to S and Big T. Welcome to the family, gentlemen. All right, here we go. Buena suerte. I believe that is another 70s, maybe? A 1960. How about Bo Derek? So nice we have seen her twice. With Terry Bradshaw co-starring. A little print line on that one too. Ouch, kabibbles. How about the Women of Wall Street? The heck of a tan line she's got there. Mike Tyson co-starring. And that is August of 1989. This has got to be an oldie. I'm thinking 50s, maybe? Correct, 1957. How about Miss Charlotte Lewis? And that is 1993. And last but not least, another checklist. That is 1962 through 1975, your second checklist in the set. There you go, Mr. Grigsby. I appreciate you as always, buddy. Thank you for snagging these down from junkwaxvintage.com and let me rip through them together with you. Love you being here, Steven. Mikey says, I know we've pulled a bunch of Trump cards, but have we had any grade well yet? That's a great question, brother. I'd have to ask the people that sent them off. We have only sent off 2 of them, and both of them came back 8s. So, but I know a lot of them have gone off to grading. I'd have to track those people down and ask. Oh, I see a Bobby ball game. You are not wrong, good sir. The Silly Goose, you're in the right place, brother. Welcome to the family. Thank you for smacking that follow button. I tell people they're a silly goose almost every single day. You're in the right place, my man. Lonnie, our resident rock star, thank you so much for the hearts, and I heart you right back. And 1012, Mr. Mean Brad Green, smacking me with a gift that I've never even seen before. What is that? The Journey Pass. That is amazing, Bradley. Thank you so much, you legend. Hell yeah. Okie dokie, folkies. We are moving on. How about Cody Custer? We're going to take a slight break from Playboy and get into some 1992 Platinum. Now, these are the throwback design. These are not from 1992. I wish they were. Give me a hell yeah in the chat, my friends, if you remember the 1992 Marvel Masterpiece set. One of the coolest Marvel sets, in my humble opinion. All right, General Custer. Good luck. Oh, Steve, you picked up the last 4 packs of that 2020. Magnificent, my friend. We're going to refresh the shop in just a couple of minutes. Thank you, Steven. Thank you, Mr. Krillich. Beautiful, brother. All right. Some of the coolest Marvel cards they ever made, in my humble opinion. And man, I wish I would have held on to my 1990 Marvel. Ooh, I had so many of those cards, folks, and they are ridiculously valuable now, especially in a PSA 10 slab. And I had boxes and boxes and boxes of that stuff. Hurts my heart, gosh dang it. But most of you know my story. My road getting here was not a straight line. So I'm in recovery. I have been clean from opiates since October 6th, 2009. It's been 15 years. I had all my stuff many, many years ago in an infamous storage unit, and I was all hooked on substances, and I did not pay for the storage unit, and I lost all of it. All of my cards, all my belt buckles from rodeoing, all my martial arts equipment. There was family pictures in there. Ugh, still hurts my heart all these years later. Gosh dang it. But that one's on me. All right, we're just going to go ahead and rip all these down for you, General Custer. Hey, what's up there, Jimmy Nooge? My fellow Spokenite. It is damn good to see you, my dude. How you doing tonight? And Bubba, Mr. Trevor Taylor, smacking us with 100 beautiful bits. Thank you so much, you legend. I think I see what you're trying to do over there, buddy. I would love to give away a Hype Train hitbox tonight. Aw, thank you, Big T. You are absolutely right, my friend. I appreciate that. Aw, Drew, January 2012 for you. That is magnificent, my brother. I'll tell you what, folks. If there is something that I like to see above and beyond cardboard, it is the disease of addiction getting its ass kicked. So keep up the good work, my friends. I know it's not easy. That is correct, Salty Dog. Yep. I have said that many, many times. You know, obviously I have some regrets. I have some things I wish I could have done differently, right? But with that being said, I literally would not be the guy standing in front of you today if I hadn't have gone through all that nasty stuff, right? So I am grateful for my journey. All right, we start off with the Archangel. Gosh, these are beautiful cards. Professor X. Nice. And that is a blue Trax, also known as a Mojo, but they call it Trax in Skybox. The Professor X, so nice. You got him twice. You're like an eighth of the way to the rainbow, my man. The Enchantress. It's a lady. Kang the Conqueror. Oh, hell yeah, folks. This is my absolute favorite card of this whole set. And my favorite comic book character. My favorite superhero. Wolverine. Shout out to Logan. And he did not miss leg day. Damn! Guy's got a set of quads on him. How about Loki? Looking mischievous. Is that Dormammu on the cover? The strong guy. I feel like they kind of ran out of superhero names.
You're like, we need to make a new superhero. What are we going to call him? Let's just make him really big and call him the strong guy. That sounds good. Print it. Shout out to Cyclops and Jean Grey. They put him back to back. Gotta love it. Ooh, that is an acetate Jean Grey. Wow.
Oh my God, it's so juicy.
That's a nice one there, buddy. I am very carefully leaving that one up for you. Dutchie, the Ragin' Cajun Gambit was your favorite. I don't blame you. He was pretty sweet too. On the stand she goes. Nice. All right, we got the Thing. The Invisible Woman. Back-to-back Fantastic Four. Ooh, we have a canvas parallel of the Strong Guy. Very nice. The Strong Guy so nice, you got him twice. And that is a canvas parallel. Beautiful. How about the Black Cat? Meow. Nova. Gwen Stacy from Spider-Man on the Corner Box Creations. Havoc. The Ghost Rider. Shout out to Nicolas Cage. The Amazing Spider-Man cover. And that is a rainbow. And that is the Red Skull. Captain America's infamous nemesis. And last but not least, shout out to Colin Farrell and Bullseye. Give me a hell yeah if you know what I'm talking about. Wonderful box here, my dude.
One down, one to go.
Last pack magic for you, Cody Custer. You're absolutely right, Joe Hawkins. Thank you, my good man. And it's great to have you over here on Twitch, buddy. Another OG of the family, gracing us with his presence. Or is that Jason Hawkins? Which Hawkins is that? We have a JR and a Jason. Could be either of the legends. All right, we have North Star from right up above the border. Mr. Sinister. The leader of the Sinister Six. Thank you, Jason. Good to see you tonight, buddy. On the Purple Crystals parallel. And last but not least, you got the Lizard. Former scientist. Was doing experiments on himself. Ouch, kabibbles. All right. Well, there you go, General Custer. I am sleeving up that Mr. Sinister because it is very, very cool. And your Strong Guy canvas parallel. And then we are getting into some Playboy, my good man. Good luck. Mr. Cody Custer. Also known as General Custer. That's right, Drew. You like that? Little ouch kabibbles. Ouch kabibbles. All right, we're just going to rip all these down and go through them together. Dr. Card Collector, good evening. Reminds me of my buddy Daryl, also known as Dr. Collectible. Shout out to the doc. All right, good luck. Let's see if we can't find that elusive Donald Trump. Starting off with a promo. That's got to be an oldie from like the 50s. Correct. 1956. I believe that one's got to be a 70s. Looks like a flower child. Spot on. 1970. How about the letter P? Now remember, my friends, all of these letters spell out the word Playboy. Oh, Mr. Noah Leffel in the house. Shout out to Jimmy. Noah, it is great to see you tonight, buddy. Hope you are well, brother. Big hugs and firm handshakes to you, Noah Leffel. Love you, buddy. Long time no see, and I hope your leg's healing up, my man. Yikes. That was a terrible break, buddy. I'm glad you're on the up and up from that, by the way, Noah. Shout out to my Spokenite brothers. All right, we got Elisa Matthews on the Playmate of the Year from 1991. Another flower child from 1963. How about old Stephanie Beacham on the winter issue from 1987? Got another promo. Kobe Luna has a pregunta.
Oh yeah, what kind of a question you want to ask her?
He says, if you did not live in Austin, Texas, what state would you want to live in? That's a good question, my friend. Mrs. Junkwax and I have talked about moving to Colorado. I like Colorado very much. I have lived there. We've also talked about moving to Tennessee, and I am still thirsty. So good question there, buddy. The epitome of putting them on the glass. From 1982, the year I was born. How about a toast to bikinis? From 1962. Speaking of bikinis, 1968. How about Joan Severance on the holiday anniversary issue? And that is 1990. Now that is an acid trip on a card there, folks. That has got to be the 70s. Goodness gracious. Yep, 1974. Shout out to my buddy Lucy. You got the letter A. Promo. Oh, hell yeah. If we're not going to catch the Trump, buddy, in my humble opinion, that is the second coolest card in the entire set. Beldar and Barbed Wire. Pam Anderson and Dan Aykroyd. Awesome. It's leaving that one up for you, dude. How about a Jackson Pollock painting? From 1955. Here's Carol from The Johnny Carson Show. That's got to be a 70s. 1984. I am so sorry. Another Playboy Bunny. That is from 1967. I want to ride my bicycle. I want to ride my bike. 1971. And last but not least, the Christmas Gala issue with Carl Sagan co-starring and Diane Parkinson on the cover. Well, gosh dang it, Cody Custer, we were not able to find the Prez, but we did find you a very, very nicely centered Barbed Wire and Beldar. And that is from August of 1993. Beautimus. Nicely centered, too. Well, there you go, Cody Custer. I appreciate you, my brother. Thank you, as always, for snagging those down from junkwaxvintage.com and giving the whole fam damly some eye candy tonight, my man. It is always my pleasure. Thank you, Cody. That's right, you got 2 Pam Andersons now, my man. Congratulations, you're a Pam Anderson magnet. Okie dokie, let me snag myself a little sippy. Thank you, Teddy Edison. I appreciate that, brother. I didn't see it. Welcome back, Mr. Cosgrove. And you're correct, Brian. That does deserve a little sippy. Cheers, my friends. Roast. Pinkies up because we're fancy. All right. So, dear friends, I know we have a lot of new people in the house tonight. If it is your very first time tuning into these luscious locks, it is wonderful to have you. My name is Dalen, D-A-L-E-N, like Dale plus N. There's a reason why I tell you how to spell it. So we actually have a private Facebook group, my friends, and in that Facebook group, it is protected with a password. The password is my name, D-A-L-E-N. Let me show you something. So if you head on over to Facebook, I'll show you the group. Make it a little easier for you. There you go. And you see my name right up above it right there? So there is a question in the security questions that says, what is Junk Wax Vintage's real name? That is the answer, D-A-L-E-N. If you do not put that in there, you will probably not be admitted. We do decline hundreds of people every month, and it's not because I'm trying to be mean. It's because there is plenty of other card groups out there for people that just collect cards. This group is very specifically to support this show and this entire JWBV family. So thank you for understanding on that. Mr. Mean Brad Green says, what is the tattoo on my arm? It's a whole bunch of stuff there, buddy. So there's some Hawaiian flowers in there. That is my son's name. It says Sawyer James on my arm. That is my 18-year-old son's name. And then the car driving down the music staff. You see the lead sled? Car driving down the music staff. So I was a musician for many, many years. And the car driving down the music staff symbolizes being driven by music. I still need to get that colored. Fun fact, my friends, last time I got a tattoo, my son was like 6 months old. He's now 18. So it's been a while since I've gotten any new ink. 18 years. That is correct, Onward. We are not trying to build a big-ass Facebook group. You were right on. And Onward has a question. What did you do in the military, if I may ask? I was a psychological operations specialist. That was officially my job title, also known as PsyOps. Got you covered, Brad Green. Yeah, I have about 100 hours of tattoos on me. I quit counting. I just count by hours now. I got all kinds of them, my man. But it's been a long time. I need to get back into the studio. That is correct, Jimmy Nuge. You know it. That one right there. So Jimmy Nuge just shouted out Incubus. So this tattoo right here was actually drawn by Brandon, my buddy, who is also the lead singer of a band called Incubus. Pretty cool. I think so, Jason Hawkins. I appreciate that, brother. All right, my dear friends. Mr. John Walls, I appreciate your patience, good sir. Are you here? And are you ready? Thank you, Danny. Thank you, Brad Green. Appreciate that, buddy. Aw, thank you, Millie. I've always loved Incubus, my man, for many, many years. Brian Smith, you silly goose. John Walls, are you here tonight, my man? And then we're going to refresh that shop one more time, folks. And we do have a full Topps Finest Flashback break that we're going to bust into here in just a little bit. Shout out to Mr. John Walls. Excuse me. There you go, Corey Bader. Well, gosh dang it. I think we're striking out on Mr. Walls. That's okay. We can come back whenever we see John Walls. No sweat. All right, legends. Let's refresh that shop. Oh, there's John Walls. I see you now, John. Sorry about that, buddy. Good luck. Let's see if we can't find you, that elusive Donald Trump rookie card. You're absolutely right, Ken Rapp. Yes, sir. All right, good luck, John. Starting off a little promo. The promo's so nice, you got it twice. I believe that is from the 50s or 60s. Correct, 1956. Another Flower Child, I think that's 1970. Mm-hmm. The letter P. Miss Lisa Matthews, Playmate of the Year, and a very strategically placed hat. That is 1991. Another Flower Child, I believe that's 1974. 63, I was so wrong. How about a little Stephanie Beacham on the Wild Winter issue? 1987. Ooh, John Walls. You see what that is back there, buddy? You got a refractor, my dude. Typically, those are one or two in the entire box. Nicely done, John. That one was 1961. Fly me to the moon. Shout out to Frank Sinatra. That is 1973. How about a couple of sexy sisters? The Sisters issue from 1978. And my man, you got a really cool refractor. Check that out. Shout out to the Love Boat or some Fantasy Island. A plane. A plane. Shout out to Tattoo. How about the Salute to the All-American Housewife? That's not problematic. Yikes. And last but not least, some quilting from 1956. There you go, John Walls. I am sorry I couldn't find you Trump, but congratulations on an absolutely beautiful refractor there, buddy. That's a nice one. Would you just look at it? Pretty card there, John Walls. All right, my brother. All of those beautiful cards are going into your pile. And thank you as always, John. You already know, buddy. I love ripping together. And thank you for being a part of this family, my good man. Okie dokie. There you go, Brian. That's right, the plane. Shout out to Tattoo. All right, legends, let's refresh that shop. Shall we? Onward says, what would your actual day job in the military be? Ooh, there was a lot of stuff in there, my man. That's a very complicated question to answer. There was a tactical part of my job where I would put a 120-pound loudspeaker on my back and march around the jungle with it. I jumped out of airplanes, perfectly good airplanes, many of them. There was one really cool thing that we did. I think I can talk about it. I was in South America, and there was a force of rebels that were kind of coming our direction. Okay. There was 8 of us, and there was like 100 of them. And we had our loudspeakers with us. And we actually have these little tiny little CDs. They look like CDs, but they're really, really small. And we have all kinds of different sounds in there. One of the sounds we had was basically like a whole herd of tanks coming. So instead of running, because we probably wouldn't have gotten away, we played that sound, and all those troops hightailed it out of there. They were like, oh my gosh, there's a whole bunch of tanks coming. Little did they know it was just 8 of us. So yeah, there's all kinds of stuff in there, my man. That's a very difficult question to answer, but I appreciate you asking. Onward. Thank you, my good man. Okie dokie. We do have some brand new orders up here at junkwaxvintage.com. Shout out to Nate the Great Hopker, taking a couple of packs of 1991 Fleer football and 2 packs of 1991 NBA Hoops basketball. Let's see if we can't find that elusive Mark Jackson. Thank you, Jimmy Nuge. Shout out to the BMX movie, one of my favorite movies of all time. I appreciate that, Brian Smith. Thank you. And Mr. Brighton, good evening, my friend. How are you? Thank you, Danny. Thank you, Jim Cos. And Mr. Gower, good evening, my man. You found a 1992 Fleer Provision Ken Griffey Jr. in your dad's collection. What? Say what? I didn't even know they made a 1992 Fleer Provision Ken Griffey Jr. card. I think that's what you're absolutely right there, Brad Green. My man. Absolutely, my brother. And I'm feeling really bad right now because I can't remember that dude's name right off the top of my head. From Rad. And I've known it for years. I'm having a brain fart right now. Anyway. Crew. Name was Crew. Mr. Gower, please do, my man, to Dalen at junkwaxvintage.com. I appreciate that, Jacob. Thank you, buddy. All right, let me grab some packs for Nate the Great, and I will be right back. Thank you as always, Nate. Let me make you a little name tag here, buddy. Drew Jones. Yep. Oh, you and I both, Brad Green. That is one of my favorite movies, buddy. I raced BMX when I was young, like semi-professionally. I must have watched Rad hundreds of times. We used to just keep it on in my living room. I think I wore that VHS tape out. There you go, Nate the Great. You're in the queue, my brother. Next, Steven Williams. How about round 2 of 2020 Topps Gallery? I'll be right back. You're absolutely right, Danny. And good evening to Mr. Dustin Moore, my Portland pal. How are you doing tonight, legend? The laid-back squirrel. Hey, Dustin. I don't know if you saw my dude. We actually had a live squirrel here on this show. I'm not kidding. Just a couple of short days ago, my friends, if you were not here for the morning show. So a lot of you know we have a rescue pooch. Her name is Lucy. She is a Frenchie dachshund. So she's a Frenchie wiener dog. And she is adorable. But she is a rescue. So she's a little unpredictable, right? Well, she comes in from the backyard. I'm in the middle of my morning show, okay? Quick story time, folks. I'm in the middle of the morning show, ripping through packs, having a great time like we always do. And all of a sudden, I hear Mrs. Junkwax scream bloody murder from downstairs. Like, what the heck? Good evening, Mr. Malinowski. Good to see you, Jeff. There is a video, Dustin. Yes, it's in the replay. Yes, sir. So, my son was here. So luckily, I see him run downstairs, so I didn't have to stop the show or anything. But Sawyer comes back upstairs petrified. And he's like, Dad, Lucy just came in the house with a dead squirrel in her mouth. Like, what? Luckily, it was not a dead squirrel. It was an infant squirrel that didn't even have hair yet, and its eyes weren't even open yet. I could literally fit it in like the palm of my hand. It was tiny. I have never even seen a squirrel that small, I got to be honest with you. So Mrs. Junkwax took a little bit of time yesterday and took it to the Humane Society and got it all taken care of. But yeah, for the first time ever in the history of this channel, my friends, we had a live little baby squirrel. It was adorable. So if you want to see that, folks, it is in the replay. Oh, hell yeah. What's up, Mountain Man? It is great to see you, my dude. Is that my man from Whatnot? Making the switch to Twitch? If it is magnificent to have you over here, brother. Hey, Jimmy Nooge, if it is time for dinner, my buddy, I appreciate you hanging with us tonight. Love you. Have a magnificent remainder of your evening. And I hope to see you in just a little bit, buddy, because we gonna be here for a while tonight. All right, Steven, I appreciate your patience, buddy. And then we have a couple more break spots to lock in as well. Billy Casper and John Scherer. And it is almost break time. Got you locked in there, Steven. That is correct, Dustin Moore. Our channel is so cool, even wild animals want to join our breaks. Well, good evening, D. Aw, speaking of the CEO, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing there, babe? You, come around here often? Yeah, me neither. I love you too, babe. The temperature of this room just increased by about 10 degrees, ladies and gentlemen, so if you see me sweating, not because I'm working hard. Good evening, Dylon. Great to see you back, buddy. Paul Willis, good evening, my brother. Oh, I got you, Jacob Gower. No worries, my man. I appreciate that, though. Derek, shout out to Mr. Whiteout, my favorite retro gamer. How are you doing tonight, you legend? Happy hump evening. We got to bust into a brand new spicy water. Trayton Ventrello. Good evening, my man. It is you. That is exactly who I thought it was. Welcome back, Trayton. Excellent to see you, Mr. Ventrello. Detective Bala Papascalius. Cheers, my friends. Let's bust into a brand new spicy water. That is correct, Druzer. There you go, brother. My man. I love you so much, Druzer. Kareem. You got to stay hydrated. Hey, what's up there, Lane Rust? Excellent to see you, young man. Hope you are doing well. And I hope you're enjoying that one-of-one card stand, you legend. Big Big Worm. What's up, buddy? All right, all right. Well, Trayton Ventrello, it is great to see you back, buddy. And thank you for gracing us with your presence. I hope you're well. All right, next we have Billy Casper. Mrs. Junkwax just took my break sheet. Mrs. Junkwax! She just took my break sheet. But I think she's filling out those last spots, so that's okay. We're just going to go ahead and bust into these packs, and then I think it is break time, my dear friends. So as always, folks, if you want to get a family rip in, now would be the time to do it, because once we get into those breaks, we're not always guaranteed that we will have time for more family rips after we're done, but we might. You just never know. Well, hello there, my Swedish chef. Good to see you upside down. How you doing, my friend? Rickety Deutsch? I hope so. That is as close to Swedish as I can get, unless you're talking about those Swedish fish. All right, legends. Mr. Nate the Great Hopker, are you here and are you ready, buddy? We're going provisions hunting after we get through our 1990 NBA hoops. Better make sure he's here. Nate the Great. There's my man. Thank you, Nate. Let's go. Good luck, buddy. Let's see if we can't find you that Mark Jackson with the Menendez brothers co-starring, or we're always happy with a Michael Jordan. Buena suerte. Good luck. Bernard King. The Shermanator. Sherman Douglas. Clyde the Glide for Rip City. Shout out to Mr. Dustin Moore, my Portland pal. LaSalle Thompson. Tom Hammonds. Rod Higgins. Mark Akers is the place to be. Johnny Williams. Michael Cage. That is Luke Cage's daddy. Just kidding. Shout out to my now defunct Seattle Supersonics. Randy Allen. Split your Mitchell Wiggins. Shout out to Paul. Oh, hell yeah. Ask and we shall receive. About a nicely centered Michael Jordan. I would say slightly off by a hair. Little left heavy, but pretty damn nicely centered for 1990 hoops. We will sleeve that one up. Beautiful. Yes, I am, my love. Give me some Mo. Doug Mo. Thank you, sweetheart. You rocked my face off. Twice. And then once again in the morning. John Morton, rookie. Scotty Too Hottie Roth. With old Scotty Pippen co-starring. And look at the Kentucky waterfall on Scotty Too Hottie Roth. All business in the front. All party in the back. Stacey King, rookie for the Bulls. Tim Hardaway, rookie. Nice. Harry Porter for Rip City. Randy Whitman. Checklist. Jim Peterson. James Edwards, handling his inner Fu Man Rick Shue. Liddell Eccles. Paul Pressey. Alada Mata. Buck Johnson. With Magic Johnson co-starring couple of Johnsons. Airmail. Karl Malone. With Isaiah Thomas and Larry Bird co-starring. How about some Pearl Jam, also known as Mookie Blaylock, rookie. Larry Brown, before there was Coach Pop, there was Larry Brown. And last but not least, Saronis Marcelionis, rookie for the Golden State Warriors. Finishing that one off for you, Nate the Great. John Eckert has a question.
Oh, yeah. What kind of a question you want to ask her?
He says, hey, are those series of cards worth anything? I have some MJ ones. You know, that's a great question, John. They can be. Absolutely. Your best bet, my man, would be to go over to eBay and check those sold listings only. So if you type in the search bar and then filter your results by sold listings only, and you would get a better idea of the value of those, my friend. Thank you, John Ecker. Good to see you tonight, buddy. All right, Nate the Great. Let's go provisions hunting, my brother. Good luck. Absolutely right, Nate. Heck of a couple of packs there, buddy. We're going to rip both these down. Come on, provisions. We got extremely lucky this morning and found several of them. And we don't even have the basketball ones in yet. I think they come in tomorrow. All right, we have Rod Woodson. Pat Leahy. Shout out to Mr. Leahy. Rest in peace to Mr. Leahy. Lee Williams. Carl Lee from Minnesota. Eric Bieniemy. Billy Brooks. Tunch Ilkin for the Steelers. Old Tunchy. Mr. Ventrello. We are breaking Topps Finest Flashbacks tonight, my friend. And thank you so much, John Scherer, for checking the breaks, my dude. Mike Johnson. That is correct, Dutchie. Reggie Langhorne. Mark Jackson. Bill Sims. James Francis. And oh, hell yeah.
Oh my God, it's so juicy.
Oh my God!
Ask and we shall receive, and that is nicely centered too. The man, the myth, the flat top, Mr. Howie Long. That is fantastic. Congratulations, Nate the Great. And look at the centering on that one. That's a nice card there, buddy. And believe it or not, these in a PSA 10 can be kind of valuable. I'm going to go ahead and top load that one up for you, brother. Just to be on the safe side. Congratulations, Nate the Great. I am stoked we could find that together, my brother. Randall Cunningham for Uncle Smitty's Eagles. Yay, yay. Danny Stubbs. Jerry and the Swiss Family. Robinson. Bruce Smith, old 78 for the Bills. Tom Rathman, Ron Morris, Barry Word, Checklist, Vi Sakema, Coach Prime, Deion Sanders, Brett Perryman, Big Ben Smith, Tommy Kane for my Seattle Sea Chickens, What You Doing in My Waters,
Come on, Craig.
Andre Waters, and Midnight in Greg Montgomery. Finishing that one off for you, buddy. That was an absolutely magnificent few packs there, Nate the Great. Thank you, as always, for utilizing junkwaxvintage.com and just being a part of this family, my brother. Never a bad rip when you find some MJ. And that beautifully centered 1991 Fleer Pro Visions Howie Long. Gotta love it, brother. It is absolutely my pleasure, Nate. Thank you, my good man. Woo! We have been very lucky in the Provisions department, my friends. Hell yeah. Let me snag myself a little sippy, folks. Cheers. Hi, Scott. Good evening, buddy. How are you? Dustin Moore. So you found the squirrel, my brother. He says if anybody else is looking for that surprise guest, it is time-stamped at 53 minutes and 3 seconds on Tuesday morning's show. Thank you. I appreciate that, Dustin. All right, Steven. That's what I was saying, Bubba. Yeah. So Bubba just said the Barry Sanders sold for $1,500 in a PSA 10 slab on those Provisions. This is my not surprised face. You are correct, my brother, because they're tough. So check it out, buddy. Little tangent. Steven, I appreciate your patience. So, if you look at these Provisions cards, they're really tough in the centering department. So a PSA 10 of these cards is really, really hard to get. This is the baseball variety. See the Mark McGuire off-center top to bottom. Bo Jackson, little left heavy. Canseco's fairly nicely centered, but it's got kind of a boo-boo top left corner there. So especially because they're the black borders, they're really tough to get a PSA 10. That's what I'm saying, Bubba. Yeah, the Darryl Strawberry sold for $4,000 in a PSA 10, correct. So now you understand why I wanted to rip these, right? You understand why I made it such a big deal to buy all the 1991 Fleer, baseball, football, and basketball. It's exactly what we're looking for, brother. Spot on. All right, Steven, Mr. Williams. Round number 2 tonight for you, buddy. Thank you so much, and good luck. Let's do it. I am very well tonight, Scott. Thank you for asking, buddy. I appreciate the positivity, my good man. And Gil, thank you for the let 'em cook. I love those gifts, my good man. Thank you. All right, legends. So after this rip for Mr. Williams, we are going to refresh junkwaxvintage.com one more time to make sure we don't have any family rips. And if we are clear in the queue, then we're going to bust into some Topps Finest Flashbacks. All right, we start off with the DeGrominator, old Jake DeGrom, Matty Chapman, Uncle Larry, Andrew McClutchin, also known as Clutch in Bo Jackson's Ballerina, Master and Apprentice, I believe that is Buff Bagwell, Big Papa Pump, and Air Jordan Alvarez. Shout out to Bubba. Correct. Eloy Jimenez, Mike Clevenger with his Locks of Love, Shin-Soo Choo, Shun Yamaguchi on the Hollow Rookie for Toronto. Shout out to the Russells. Master and Apprentice, I believe that is Sammy Kershaw. And I don't know, is that Bueller? Maybe Walker Bueller? Aha. Correctamundo. Was a good guess on my behalf. Luis Thorpe. Junior Hernandez, rookie. Rafael Devers, watching one fly. Corey Kluber for our Texas Rangers. How about the Iron Man? Al Ripken. Junior for Uncle Moosey's Orioles on the Hall of Fame. Jordan Luplow. Dustin May, the Ginger Binger. Rookie for the Trolley Dodgers. Lance McCullers Jr. Jesus is my homeboy, Lizardo. Master and Apprentice, that is the DeGrominator, and the Polar Bear. Really? Wow. That's fun. I think that's the first one that I've seen a pitcher and not a pitcher. Maybe. And Christian Yelich, last but not least for Milwaukee, as Alice Cooper would say. Well, there you go, my man. I appreciate you, Steve Williams. Thank you so much, my good sir. And I sincerely hope that this is another beautiful rip in a very long line of beautiful rips. Thank you for being a part of this family, Steve, and I sincerely appreciate you specifically being over here on Twitch. Thank you, brother. All right, homies. Let's refresh that shop one more time. That is correct, Big Perm. I think that's where we're going to move on to after we get through the 1991. You are spot on, buddy. Okie dokie, folks. It looks like we are current in the family rip department, so you know what time it is.
It's time!
How about some 2023 Topps Finest Baseball? Flashback edition. But you know what we got to do? We need to randomize this little bad boy. Find out who gets what. So as always, my dear friends, allow me just a moment. And if you would like to come over here to Twitch to watch the randomization, you are absolutely welcome to do so. All right, let me get all set up here. And let's roll some dice. Shout out to our buddy Rachel for snagging us this handy dandy little dice tray. Love Rachel. Aw, thank you, Danny Mackers. It is great to see you over here on Twitch, buddy. And Oscar Ruiz. Buenos noches, hermano. E bueno verte. Good guess, Dutchie. Ooh, it is 12 the hard way. I think that's a good omen. 6 and 6. If I can get it to focus. Maybe. There we go. 12 it is. All right, legends. Let's do it. All right. 12 times. Good luck. 1, 2, 3. Oh. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And if you are so inclined, you can start trading your teams. Right? Meow. There you go. Now, Mikey1, are you still in the chat over here, my brother? Junior, thank you for making the switch to Twitch, buddy. Great to see ya. Shout out to the Birdlock. Much appreciated, buddy. So Mikey1 earlier gave us a tutorial on how to use the trading system over here on Twitch. So if Mikey1 is in the house right now, that would be awesome if you can put that in the chat, Mikey. Now would be a super appropriate time. Tell me we lost Mikey. Gosh dang it. All right, hold up. Thank you, Bubba. And yes, that is Uncle Smitty at number 14. Correct. I think if you put exclamation point and tutorial, it will give you the tutorial. Thank you, Bubba. I appreciate that, brother. Would you do me a solid there, Bubba? Put in exclamation point and tutorial into the chat. Please and thank you. And as always, my friends over here on TikTok, thank you for bearing with us for just a couple of minutes here. I know it's not the most entertaining thing in the world, staring at a break sheet. I hate to be that guy. But what we're doing right now, folks, is all the people that are in this break, I'm trying to give them the most opportunities to get the teams that they want. There you go, Bubba. Thank you so much, you legend. So that is the tutorial there, folks. If you follow the directions, You will see how to trade your teams right here on Twitch. And thank you in advance for using that system. It is very, very helpful. All right, all right. So I'm going to give you about another 30 seconds here, folks, to trade your teams if you would like. If I do not see any trading, I'm going to go ahead and flip this list right back around and lock them in. Mr. McPhelan, good to see you, buddy. And you too, Chef Poyardee. Happy Wednesday evening, legend. Big hugs and firm handshakes all around, my friends. Mr. McPhelan, you start school tomorrow. That's awesome, buddy. What grade are you in, if I may ask? Mr. Lobowski, thank you for smacking that screen like it owes you back child support money. Much appreciated, my friend. Cheers. All right, folks, it does not look like we have any trading in the chat over here on Twitch. So I'm going to go ahead and flip this list back around in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Thank you so much for bearing with me for just a couple of seconds here while I lock these teams in. Slang and Springs. I am always drinking the same thing, my good man. I'm a creature of habit. Some of that spicy water. Also known as sparkling water. It is excellent to see you, Chef. And Mr. McPhelan, you were going into the 11th grade. That's awesome, buddy. Well, I'm excited for you to start your junior year of high school, my dude. I have a hunch you're going to have a good year. All right, Mr. Robert Parkinson. Getting us started. Taking down the Diamondbacks. So, folks, if you need to go grab a fresh beverage, maybe use the restroom, right now would be a perfect time. Because it's going to take me just a couple of minutes to get these teams locked in. Orioles going to John Harris. Mets going to John Harris. Kimbo T-Wood taking 4, 5, and 6. Yankees, Cardinals, and Minnesota Twins. Alan White, number 7, Milwaukee. The Brew Crew. Brandon Dr. Moriarty, my favorite fajita, taking down the Angels in number 8. JVD, Dutchy, taking down the Guardians in number 9. Shout out to Mr. Tim Hudson. Rochelle Urbano, also known as Shelby, taking number 10, the Texas Rangers. Alan White, 11 through 13, Gigantes Blue Jays Athletics. Uncle Smitty, yay. Taking spot number 14, that is the Houston Astros. Somebody bang a trash can. Lindsay Wright, taking spot number 15, the White Sox. Thank you, Lindsay. Mr. Wyatt Rodenbeck, spot number 16, the Nationals. And good evening, Caleb. How you doing, brother? Shout out to Mr. 4. You and Ashley. Hope you're having a great night, buddy. Mean Brad Green, spot number 17, the Pirates. Excellent. Although that is pre-Paul Skeens, unfortunately. JVD, number 18, the Boston Red Sox. Ryan Bruns, number 19, the Tampa Bay Rays. Robert Parkinson, number 20, WKRP in Cincinnati. Mean Brad Green, 21 and 22, Tigers and Padres. Kirk Woa, my favorite former fellow Washingtonian, taking the Rockies. Good evening, Mr. Costa. Good to see you, buddy. How are you? Reese Lightning, hanging with Mr. Cooper, taking the Braves. And Brandon Price, number 25 and 26, Marlins and Royals. Mr. Billy Casper, spot number 27, you lucky ducky. First break back and you catch my Seattle Mariners. How dare you, sir? I'm just kidding, Billy. Congratulations, buddy. That is a beautiful, beautiful thing. I sincerely hope I find you a Julio, just so I can hold it in my hot little mitts. Mr. John Scherer, number 28, the Trolley Dodgers. Trevor Taylor, number 29, courtesy of Dutchie, taking the Cubbies. And last but not least, Uncle Smitty, taking down the fighting Phillies.
I'd like to have a go around with that, Philly.
All right, my dear friends. There is your list. If you would do me a solid, take a gander at that list. If it looks accurate and appropriate, may I please have a hell yeah in the chat, so I know you're ready. That is correct, Birdlock. There is a whole lot of O'Neal Cruz in there. Mm-hmm. That is my PC. I PC some big man O'Neal. Have since 2017, believe it or not. Thank you, Brian Johnson. Riot Como, welcome back, buddy. Great to see you again. Happy hump evening. Big hugs and firm handshakes to you, brother. Hope you've had a wonderful day. Thank you so much, Dutchie. Thank you, John. Thank you, John Harris. You understood the assignment, gentlemen, and I thank you so very much. All right. Let's do it. Best of luck to each and every one of you. A little pregame sippy. Good luck. I do have quite a few O'Neal Cruzes. That is true, Birdlock. Mr. Stroop, welcome back, brother. Happy Wednesday to you as well. Slowly but surely, my dear friends, we are getting the entire fam damly up in here tonight. It is wonderful to have you, everybody. Hope we've all had a very happy hump day. And if you haven't, I sincerely hope I can take your mind off it for just a few minutes. Now remember, folks, in this product, autographs are case hits. So you can find autographs in here, but they are not easy. But man, when you do, they are a doozy. Last autograph we found out of one of these was Bobby Witt Jr. And we got it dual graded and it came back at 10/10. And I believe that was for our buddy Mr. Patrick Richardson. That was a magnificent card. Let's see if lightning can't strike twice, eh? All right, pack number 4 is to the side. We will rip all those last. Because it is tradición. All right, round number 1. Why, thank you, Cobb. There's Mikey 1. Great to have you back, legend. Your ears must have been burning, Mikey. We was talking about you, sir. But shout out to Bubba. He got us taken care of. Thank you, Trevor Taylor. Yes, but that is correct, Mikey. 10 out of 10 Bobby Witt Jr. gold autograph out of this set. I'm telling you, buddy, it is one of the most beautiful cards I've even had in my hands. It was beautiful. Oh, hell yeah. Ask and we shall receive. Shout out to Birdlock. We pull O'Neal right off the jump. Thank you, card gods. Kyle Stowers. Andres Jimenez. The Mushroom. Shout out to Mr. Sam Shope. Mr. Christopher Morel, his PC. Nelson Velasquez. Corbin Carroll, your 2023 Rookie of the Year. Rookie. For the D-Bags. Mr. Mike Trout on the Finest Intimidators. On the Phenoms. Mr. I Can't Pass a Physical. Carlos Correa. See you. Thank you, Bubba. Jonathan Aranda, rookie for the Rays. Adley Rushman. We found a magnificent Adley Rushman rookie autograph numbered to 15 for Alan White last night out of Luminance. Riley Greeny. Shout out to Mean Brad Greeny. Abreu. Shout out to Falcor. On the Phenoms. Martinez for the Trolley Dodgers. We found Nemo. Oh, Brandon Nimmo for the Mets. Shohei Ohtani for the Angels. Congratulations, Dr. Moriarty. Beautiful, buddy. Bryce Terang for the Brew Crew. Good evening, Mike Green. How you doing, legend? And shout out to Mr. David Table. Wonderful to see you tonight, my man. Anthony Volpe. rookie for the Pinstripes. Eloy Jimenez on the Sterling. Logan O'Hoppe, rookie. And Shea Langoliers for the Athletics, rookie. Finishing that one off. Excellent first round. You know when you find the Ohtani-san, you sleeve the Ohtani-san. That's right, Danny Mackers. There you go, buddy. Mr. Green, how was your day, brother? All right, round number 2. I love it, Mikey. Absolutely right. Mr. Simons, you were correct. And I appreciate the positivity, my brother. Thank you. We are on the same page per usual. Mike Green, long work day. What do you do for work, if I may ask, Mike Green? All right, round 2. And we start off with a Pobrecito Altuvito. A different type of short print. And I'm going to hell. Julio Rodriguez, my PC. For the Seattle Mariners, going to Billy Casper. Cody Belly. Lennon Sosa, rookie. Ezekiel for the Rockies. William on the Contreras for the Brew Crew. Mr. Mike Green, you work for a natural gas company. Awesome, brother. Very cool. That sounds like a fun career. Mr. McPhelan says, I might go to the Jays game in Minnesota next May. That's awesome, Mr. McPhelan. Very cool, buddy. And Brian Johnson. So my brother, we already pulled those pack number 4s to the side. They're right here. But I appreciate the reminder. Thank you, buddy. Good to have you tonight, Brian. Oscar Max Meyer for Bienvenidos. Amiyami. All rise, Mr. Aaron Judge. Ooh. We have a gold back there, folks. Might be an autograph. Anthony Rizzo. The Degrominator. Oh, no. Where in the world is Wander Minor Franco? And it's probably a minor. Who's got my raise? Mr. Ryan Bruns. If he needs to take a flight, my man, you let me know. Leo Peguero for the Pirates. That is George Springer for the Blue Jays. Shout out to Mr. McPhelan over there. Ray Turner for the Fightin' Phillies. The Old Bull, Justin Verlander for the Mets. Will Benson for WKRP in Cincinnati. Drew Waters. The Degrominator for the Texas Rangers on the Finest Intimidators Gold. That is beautiful. On the rare. Sleeving that one up for you. Miggy Vargas for the Trolley Dodgers and Jordan Groshans for the Marlins, finishing off round number 2. Leaving that one up real quick. Small world there, Brad Green. Nice. And Ryan Bruns, if you're here tonight, my man, you let me know. I would love to send him flying. Good evening, Travie Patty. How you doing there, young man? Happy hump evening. Happy Wednesday night. You are just in time for round 3 of our Topps Finest Flashbacks. Good evening, Jason Huedel. What's up, brother? Little cuffing. No big deal. All right, last pack magic. Thank you, Dutchie. I totally agree, Mr. Simons. They are beautiful. Love these cards. All right, we start off with an Esteury Ruiz for the Athletics. Michael Garcia. Jordan Walker. On the refractor. Rookie for the Cardinals. Nice. And that goes to Timbo T. Wood. Congratulations, Timbo. That is a rare refractor. Sleeving that one up for you, buddy. Shout out to our St. Lunatics. Moving on. For my Seattle Mariners, George Kirby. Oscar Gonzalez for Cleveland. And my OGs will remember when we pulled the 1-of-1 Superfractor out of 2023 Topps Heritage when it was a brand new product back in 2023. Masataka Yoshida for the Bo Sox, rookie. Air Yordan Alvarez. Shout out to Bubba. This is all for you 22 over here on TikTok. Says, is that Griffey a PSA 10? You talking about that one right there? That is a BGS 10 on the autograph. That is an autographed Ken Griffey Jr. rookie, my man. How about Garrett Mitchell for the Brew Crew? Mr. Anderson. And folks, we have some more gold back here. I love gold! The taste of it, the smell of it, the texture. We love gold so much we lost our genitals in an unfortunate schmelting accident. Yes! I'm from Austin. Isn't that weird? Put it in my skin box. Shave me from my shelf. Schulte. Francisco Lindor for the Mets. That is Francisco Alvarez, back-to-back Mets. Mr. Hunter Brown for the Astros. Nolan Jones. Bryson Stott. The Pasquatch, Vinny Pasquantino, rookie for the Royals. Shout out to Allen. Arriba Peraza. Oswald Peraza for the Pinstripes. Burley Burleson for the Cardinals, rookie. And Mike Piazza on the Gold Finest Franchises for the Trolley Dodgers. And that goes to John Scherer. Nice card there, John. Beautiful. That is my national buddy from last year. For you folks that haven't heard that story, it was kind of funny. I was walking through the National last year in Cleveland, and there was a giant, sweaty man right in front of me. So sweaty that I could kind of smell his essence. You know what I mean? I was a good 2 or 3 feet behind him, but I could still smell him. And all of a sudden, this guy in front of me just throws on the brakes and just spins around and walks right into me. And that gentleman was Mr. Mike Piazza. Fun fact, I had to get a handshake. For the Trolley Dodgers, James Outman, rookie, and Mark Vientos, last but not least, and Kevin O'Brien just got a redemption autograph of this gentleman in the mail that we waited for like a year. That is correct. You know, I won't say he smelled bad. I just say there was a fragrance. We'll put it that way. You know what I mean? Sometimes you could just smell people. It was like that. I did meet Mike Piazza. That is correct, Mr. McThelan. Yes, sir. Mr. Moba, that Griffey is not for sale, my man, but I appreciate you asking. You know, there's a price on everything, though. So the going price for that is $5,000. Is it worth that? Absolutely not. But that's what it would take to buy it out from underneath me. Because that was a present from my wife. But thank you for asking. That is correct, Wyatt. That man Musk. You know it, brother. I see you onward. That's right. All right, folks, this is last base pack round before we get into those pack number 4s. Let me snag myself a little sippy. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, if it is your very first time tuning into this ugly mug, it is absolutely wonderful to have you. My name is Dalen, also known as Junk Wax Vintage. You can find me here almost every single day, starting and ending your days the right way with that daily dose of positivity. Some marvelous modern cards, some juicy junk wax, always a healthy dose of camaraderie, and just a couple laughs. So if you are new here tonight, folks, feel free to come over here and join us on Twitch or YouTube or Facebook or Kick. We are live on 5 separate platforms right this second. And if you want to go check out junkwaxvintage.com, that's where you find everything having to do with this channel. Thank you for being here tonight, my friends. All right, we start off with a Saint Lunatic, Nolan Arenado, also known as the Aeronaut in Bo Jackson's Ballerina. Gabriel Moreno. Hey, good to see you, Soph. I love it so much. Thank you, my friend. Shout out to you and Tay-Tay. How about Oswaldo Cabrera? Rayan Bayo for the Bo Sox, the ambassador of the Quan. He is Quan in a million. Stephen Quan. Dansby Swanson, also known as Lieutenant in Bo Jackson's Ballerina. Aaron Brett Vavra for Uncle Moosey's Orioles. Matthew Liberatore on the Finest Gamers. And that is a rookie for the St. Lunatics. And that is an uncommon. See that right there. Uncommon. Kind of like me. Jordan Walker. So nice you got him twice, Cardinals. Michael Conforto for the Gigantes. Shout out to Rob Richardson. Taj Bradley. Nolan Gorman. The name's Dalton. Varsho. Gary Varshow's boy. Aw, Brad, that is very kind of you to say, my man. I appreciate that. Thank you. Glad you're here tonight, buddy. Vladdy. Shout out to Mr. McPhelan on the Finest Intimidators. Jordan Diaz. The Master. Brett Beatty. Michael Toglia for the Rockies. A Reese Lightning Hoskins on the Uncommon Intimidators for the Fightin' Phillies. Vaughn Grissom rookie for the Braves, now a Bosock. And 1/3 of the Brothers Naylor for the Clevelanders. Finishing off our base packs. I'm going to assume there was an autocorrect in there, Brad. He says, you're a great Chinese streamer. Keep it up. How did you know, sir? Mr. Amerman, welcome back, Steven. It is great to see you as always, my brother. Happy Wednesday evening. All right, legends. We're down to our pack number 4s. Good luck. Oh, Mikey, on the contrary, my man. I think she would be stoked if I sold that for $5,000. Because then we could buy another one, and we could also buy a Travis Kelce RPA. Mrs. Junkwax does not have a Travis Kelce RPA yet. That is correct, Bobby Ballgame. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. Thank you for asking. Yep. So if you head on over to junkwaxvintage.com, anything that you purchase, I will rip right here. Unless, Bobby, if you want me to send it to you sealed, we can do that. But it's a lot more fun to rip it together. And that goes for anybody. If there's ever anything up there at junkwaxvintage.com that you would like me to send you sealed, you just got to shoot me an email and let me know. And we're happy to do that for you. All right, legends.
One down, one to go.
Good luck. How about Matt Walnut for Minnesota? Carlos Rodon. D.L. Hall, who is no longer an Oriole. Cedric Mullins, who is no longer an Oriole. Quirky Casas for the Bo Sox. He was in the running for Rookie of the Year at one time. Christian Yelich. Gunnar Henderson, rookie. Matty Chapman, channeling his inner Todd Van Poppel on the Uncommon for the Blue Jays. Kodai Senga for the Mets. The man, the myth, the Miggy of the Cabrera. Your 2022 MVP, Paul Goldschmidt. Bobby Witt Jr. Andrew B. Nintendo. Juan Soto. Josh Young for the Texas Rangers, rookie. Little Joey Weimer for Milwaukee. Michael Harris, rookie for the Braves. Zach Nito Cabito for the Angels. Mookie Betts for the Trolley Dodgers. And last but not least, Livan Soto for the Angels. Finishing that one off. Well, there you go, my dear friends. Another juicy Junk Wax Vintage Family break in the books. I am bummed we couldn't find an autograph, but we did find some magnificent cards in there, my friends. So congratulations to each and every one of you who got something juicy. That Jordan Walker refractor is magnificent. Congratulations again, Timbo T. Wood, one half of the Towers of Power. And always happy when we find some Ohtani, especially when he was back playing for the Angels. That was fun. All right, my dear friends, if you would allow me just a moment for a spot of housekeeping, we are going to refresh that shop. Mr. Amerman says, is the Ohtani by chance for sale? That's a good question, brother. Who's got the Angels? That was Mr. Brandon Moriarty, and I don't think he's here tonight, my man. Good question, buddy. Jumping all over that Shohei. I don't blame you. Why, thank you, Ray Wells. Hey, you're taking off tonight, buddy? Have a magnificent remainder of your evening. Sleep tight, and I hope we get to see you tomorrow morning. Same junk time, same junk channel, 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Have a wonderful night, Ray. Great to have you, brother, as always. Thank you. Me too, Mr. Amerman. I'm right there with you, brother. Okie dokie. Let's refresh that shop real quick, my homies. Why, thank you, Corey Bader. I agree, Senor Ruiz. Estoy acuerdo. And yes, it is, Bubba. It sure is. Hey, what's up, Cody? All is very well, my man. I appreciate you hopping in here. Mr. Cody Streed. Hope you've had a wonderful Wednesday, my dude. We just finished up a break, and now we are refreshing that shop. And I see we have a mega box for Mr. Dan Bailey. So, Dan Bailey, are you here tonight, buddy? A marvelous Missourian. And I actually need to go grab some more boxes. I love it, Dan. Nice. Shout out to Mrs. Danger. That's amazing. Mr. Scherer, who had the Braves in that break? That would be Reese Cooper. Reese Lightning Cooper, who typically is over on TikTok, but I don't think he's here with us tonight. Bobby Ballgame says, how are the Panini National Packs? They are wonderful. He says, are we hunting for anything? Oh, there can be all kinds of stuff in there, my man. You're looking for Caitlin Clark's, Paul Skeens. I mean, you name it, they're in there, brother. Ellie De La Cruz, Acuna, Julio. There's all kinds of stuff in those national packs, my man. Too many to mention. All right, let me go grab that box real quick for Mr. Bailey. And Dan, are you here tonight, my brother? I will be right back. Oh, that's you, Dan. Thank you, my good man. I appreciate that, brother. All right, Mr. Bailey, I believe you're up next, my man. So thank you, as always, for snagging this down from the website. Oh, hell yeah. I see you there, Bobby. Thank you so much, Bobby Ballgame. Let me snag those packs for you real quick, my brother. And shout out to a very nice Virginian, taking down 4 national Panini packs. Excellent. And that is a magnificent first rip in the family, my dude. Thank you so much. We have 5 packs left. These are the last 5. So, hey, Bobby, would you do me a solid, my man? Choose the pack that you do not want to rip, and I'll pull it out of there. I appreciate you saying that, Bobby. Thank you, my man. I'll tell you what, brother. I'm never one to say trust me, but what I will say is I've been doing this for 4.5 years, and I would not be here doing this if I was not a trustworthy fella. We have a very high trust channel here, my man. So I'm pulling that one out. We have one last national pack, my friends. All right. Thank you, Bobby. I appreciate you, buddy. And you know what? Let me show you something, Bobby. You know what these are, right? Redemptions, right? So these are all redemptions for people in this community. So we have a very high trust channel here, my brother. So these folks would not let me redeem these cards if I was not completely trustworthy. So I've worked very, very hard over the last 4.5 years to build this up, my brother. So I appreciate you being here. And just know, my man, that I would never in a million years do anything that would ever jeopardize that trust. So glad you're here tonight, buddy. Oh, you know what? I am so sorry. I will fix that right now for you, my man. Allow me just a moment. We were off by a pack in there. Easy fix. There you go. Done. That last one is up there if you want to snag it. That's right, Dan. That's right. A lot of them do. You're correct. I appreciate the vouch, Toynado. Thank you, brother. So much. Aw, Riot Como. I am glad you're here as well, brother. Thank you very much for the kind words. You big sweetie. All right, let me put your name on these, Bobby. And Daniel, you're up next. Or Dan, you're up first. And then Bobby, you will be second, my brother. And welcome to the family, Mr. Viles. Ooh, I'm excited to get into those. Okie dokie. Dan the man, Mr. Bailey. Good luck. Mr. Brad Bain says, what does it mean, redemption card? I'll show you, my man. I'll use this one as an example, okay? So sometimes when they make these products, they do not actually have all the autographs yet from some of the players. Because how it works behind the scenes, folks, especially for sticker autographs, is they actually send out a whole sheet of stickers and actually many sheets of stickers. So these athletes have to sign hundreds and hundreds of autographs. They have to actually send those back to Topps so Topps can put them on cards, right? So what happens if the athlete gets busy and doesn't send their stuff in time? But they're on the checklist. They still have to make the card, right? So in those situations, you end up with a redemption like this. So you see, this was from 2025 Panini Donruss Baseball. This was a player called You Mean Lean, and it was a redemption, and it's a red autograph. So what you do is you have to scratch off a code. You go to panini.com, and you put that code in, and then it puts you into a list. And as soon as they get the autograph in, they send it to you. That's how those work. So thanks for asking, Brad Bain. Happy to explain, my man. My pleasure, brother. Anytime. And thank you for your patience, Dan the man. Let's do it. I love you so much, Mikey. You silly goose. Empty box. Have I told you all that I love you lately? Because gosh dang it, I do. As I have said before, my dear friends, and I will say it again, I never apologize for the redundancy. I'm absolutely convinced that we have the best group of gem, mint, pen human beings in the entire card hobby right here in the JWVCC, and that has absolutely 0% to do with me and everything to do with each and every one of you. So as always, folks, I would not be here doing this without each and every one of you. I will never, ever take that for granted. Thank you for being my pal. Thank you for being a part of the most amazing community that I have ever seen in the card hobby. You all rock my face off. Twice. And then once again in the morning. So we're just going to rip all these down for you, Dan, and we will go through them together, my brother. And you know what? I don't think we've seen a case hit yet. And we have, this is our fourth to last box. Riot Como says, how much would you sell that PSA 10 Ohtani for on the stand? That's a good question, my man. I got to be honest with you. I'm really not trying to sell it. But if you want to buy it out from underneath me, $500. Is it worth that? Nope. All right, we have little Nolan Jones, Burley Burleson, Aaron Baker, Dusty's boy, Junior Caminero, your home run derby runner-up, the Degrominator on the X-Fractor. Good evening, Jason LaRoque. Oh, there you go, Riot. Yep, there's quite a few of those out there, my man. CJ Abrams, also known as the Alien in Bo Jackson's Ballerina. Tagasi, Adolis, Juan Soto, Justin Henry Malloy, Sandy Alcantara, 1/3 of the Brothers Naylor on the Refractor. Garrett Cole, that is Brandon Crawford's brother-in-law. Not kidding. Royce Lewis from Minnesota. Sergeant Gravity, welcome back, hermano. Great to see you, brother. Andres Chaparro for the Nationals. Brooks Lee for Minnesota on the Power Players. The Wet Bandit, do we ever get WWE? All the time, my man. Absolutely. Yes, sir. We just don't have any right this second. I'm sorry, brother. Freddie Peralta on the X-Fractor. Shohei Ohtani-san. Would you just look at it?
Oh my God, it's so juicy.
Bro, if this is a PSA 10, That is a very valuable card, my friend. I am sleeving that one up for you, brother. Excellent. And I'm going to top load that one up for you, too, just to be on the safe side. It is always great to see you, Wet Bandit. How you doing, brother? Happy Wednesday. Always happy to see some Otani-san. I do think Corey Bader, yes. Mason Miller, your World Series MVP with his annoyingly perfect teeth, Mr. Freddie Freeman. Leo Jimenez, Bryce Hampa on the all edge.
I'd like to have a go around with that filly.
I'll see myself out. Ryan McMahon for the Rockies. What's up, Mookie?
What's that?
Little Nico Horner sat in a corner trying to steal some second base. Willie Adames for the Gigantes. Drew Romo, Corey Seager, J.P. Crawford for my Seattle Mariners. Speedy Gonzalez for the Pirates on the Prism Refractor. Aiden Birdsong. Logan Gilbert, another Seattle Mariner. Karen Carpenter. Mr. Spencer Schwellenbach for the Braves. Josh Young for the Rangers. And Mr. Anderson. Tyler Anderson for the Angels. Last but not least on the base packs, Mr. Bailey.
One down, one to go.
Beetle Bailey. You ready, brother? Last pack magic. It's possible, Dutchie. You just never know. That's right, Brad Bain. Would you just look at it? Lears, welcome to the family, my man. Glad to have you. All right, we have a Colorado Rocky, Adael Amador. The Polar Bear, Mr. Pete Alonso. Louis Garcia. Ryan Bliss on the Ray Wave rookie for my Seattle Mariners in the City Connect uniform. Yes, please. Reese Lightning, Hoskins for Milwaukee. And Justin Bieber finishing that one off for you on the X-Fractor. Well, that was a very beautiful box there for you, Dan. And I am stoked that we could find a beautiful Shohei Ohtani together there, buddy. That is very nicely centered. If that was my card, brother, I will always be transparent with you. I would pre-grade the heck out of that, and I'd probably end up sending that one off. And we would end up probably selling that one, because that is pretty damn valuable if it comes back in a PSA 10. But keep in mind, my friends, there is a huge drop-off in between PSA 10 and PSA 9. So if I pre-graded this, and I found it's got like a little ding on the surface, or an issue on the back, or really anything that would disqualify it from being a 10, I would probably not send it in. Just saying. All right, Mr. Bailey. It is always my pleasure, brother. Thank you as always for utilizing junkwaxvintage.com and giving the whole fam damnly some eye candy. Hey, I appreciate you, Dan. Thank you, my brother. And I sincerely hope that that is just another beautiful rip and a very, very long line of beautiful rips. All right, got you locked in there, Dan. Thank you again, my brother. All right, we are moving on, folks. And Mr. Viles, also known as Bobby. Welcome back, Adam. Good to see you tonight, buddy. And hey, Adam, you said you wrote me a message, bud. I was looking for that last night. Where did you write me a message, if I may ask? Did it go to Dalen at junkwaxvintage.com by chance? And Dan, yes. Excuse me, brother. So yes, we actually submit to 4 different grading houses: PSA, SGC, FCG, or Beckett. So you're more than welcome to go check that out on the website there, Dan. And keep in mind, folks, I always wish to be transparent. You know that. We are increasing our prices in just a couple of days. Okay, I've been telling you all for about a month or so that we are going to increase the prices in the whole grading department. And the reason why, my dear friends, I will always be transparent. It's because all the grading houses have raised their prices over the last year. We have not. So it's just time to catch up, that's all. Not trying to gouge anybody. I love it. I got it right here for you, Bobby. Let me refresh that shop real quick. Oh, hell yeah. I see you there, brother. And shout out to my Portland pal, Mr. Richard Ortwich. taking a spot in those Razzies. Beautiful. Thank you, Richard. Great to see you tonight, my man. Mr. Todd Freer. Oh, we have had a wonderful night tonight, my brother. Hope you're doing well, and thank you for being over there on YouTube. Excuse me. Sergeant Gravity says, do you think PSA should be knocked out as the top grading company after this whole eBay deal they have going now? I don't think so. I don't think so. You know, I think they're a for-profit company. I think they're just trying to make more money, you know? So I will never fault a company for trying to make more money, because that's what companies do at the end of the day. Unless there's something I don't know about. All right. Good luck. Oh, direct message on Discord. Roger that, my man. Okay, well, I will check that after the show. I appreciate you. All right, so that last pack is out to the side for you, Bobby. We're just going to go ahead and open these up and go through them all together, my friend. Very carefully, of course. I'll check that right after the show there, Adam. Sorry about that, buddy. I think that was the only platform I did not check. I checked everywhere else. I was scouring my email. So as always, folks, if you need to reach out to me, the best way to do so is Dalen, D-A-L-E-N, at junkwaxvintage.com. But Discord works as well. So thank you, Adam. I'll check that after the show, my dude. Oh, you got a nice one here, brother. Let's hope it's numbered. And we start out with some AI. And we're not talking about ChatGPT. Allen Iverson. Numbered to 499, Bryce Underwood. Rated prospect for Michigan on the NIL. Derrick Rose for Doubles. Kiki Iriafen. It's a lady. And that one is numbered to 99, second on print, rookie. For Baston, from Jason Tatum. All Rise, Mr. Aaron Judge. The Joker, Nikola Jokic, also known as Mustang in Bo Jackson's Ballerina. And last but not least, it is numbered Jesus Made to 199. That is magnificent, my brother. Sleeving and top loading that one up for you. Jesus Made is a stud prospect. And his market is on fire right now. So, we'll sleeve that one up for you, buddy. That could be a good one. And that is numbered to 199. That is 8th on print to 199. And that is a 55-point top loader just to make sure we don't squish it. There you go, brother. We're also going to sleeve up your Kiki to 99. I did see that, Steven Amerman. Yes. That dude that got to play catch with Julio. That was awesome, right? I agree. I love me some Julio. Also, your Bryce Underwood to $4.99. And we have one pack to go here, brother. All right, all right. Thank you, Bobby, for snagging down our very last 2025 national packs. Good luck. And T-Dub, I'm glad you made it back, buddy. You did miss the break. I'm so sorry, buddy. We did go through the Topps Finest Flashbacks. I apologize. But the replay is available. Ooh, we have a Saquon Gnarls Barkley for Uncle Smitty's Eagles. Yay. And last card magic is Lamb Jack for the Dirty Birdies. Finishing that one off for you. And of course, I'm going to sleeve up all those cards for you, Bobby. My friend, that was a wonderful very first rip here in the family. And I sincerely hope that that is the first of many here, Bobby. Very glad to have you, my dude. And as I think you've heard me say, I go live almost every single day. So 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time, Tuesday through Friday. We also go live on Whatnot at 4 p.m. on Fridays and 3 p.m. on Sundays. And just a little sneak peek, ladies and gentlemen, that might be changing. But we'll see. Hey, thank you, B. And welcome to the family, my brother. And you know what, Bobby Ballgame? I can't follow everybody, but I got you. Welcome to the family, Bobby. Mr. Rich says, did you get any more 1989 Upper Deck? We have not yet, my friend, but I'm still looking for more as we speak. It's just hard to find boxes that are not like $600 and $700 freaking dollars. People are charging insane amounts of money for some of those boxes. Especially, there's a lot of people that are just straight up trying to scam people. And they're selling high number Upper Deck 1989 boxes, and some of them are trying to sell them for like $1,000. Get out of here with all that stuff. No, thank you. I was born at night, but not last night, gosh dang it. All right, Bobby, I got those all protected for you, my good man. Thank you again, brother. All right, legends, let's refresh that shop, shall we? See where we're at. I think it might be time for last call. So, my dear friends, we have been here for 2 hours and 36 minutes of quality family time on this happy hump evening. If you would like to rip something down from junkwaxvintage.com, now would be a very perfect time to do it. But if not, that's okay too. So as always, ladies and gentlemen, please keep in mind that there is never any pressure to purchase anything from this channel. So you are more than welcome to come as you are, just hang out with the family, chat it up, beat that screen like it owes you back child support money. I'm always just grateful to have you folks. Toynado Alley, I appreciate the hearts, you legend. Shout out, ooh, Mr. Mad, welcome back, buddy. It is great to see you again, 2 days in a row. Maddox, oh, that's Maddox Amerman. I am so sorry. Are you related to Steven? Do we have two Amermans in the chat tonight? Jason Hawkins, good to see you over here on TikTok, buddy. And legends. Holy crap. We're up to 64,000 likes over here on TikTok tonight. Damn. That's a whole lot of screen beating, my dear friends. Thank you so much. As I have said before, and I will say it again, those screen taps over on TikTok are surprisingly impactful to this channel. So I truly mean it, my friends. Thank you so much for beating that screen like it owes you back child support money. It is a beautiful, beautiful thing. You're absolutely right, Rich. That is correct. Yeah. You know it, buddy. It is insane what some of those people are trying to charge for those boxes. But keep in mind, my brother, you have my word. I will be looking for some more. We will have some more 1989 Upper Deck in the house eventually. I promise. Oh, that is your son. Beautiful. Well, it's nice to have a couple of amazing Amermans in the chat over here on TikTok. Thank you, buddy. And shout out to Maddox. And shout out to Steven and Maddox, both of the awesome Amermans. T-Dub says, sorry, Dalen, where do I find the replay and how soon is it available? I'm happy to show you, brother. And this goes for anybody. If you ever want to rewatch one of my shows, or if you ever get bored and just feel like going back in time and watching some of the old shows, all you have to do is go to YouTube, type in Junk Wax Vintage, all one word, space, and Dalen, my name. Or you can type Junk Wax Vintage, all one word, and you can use the date if you're looking for a very specific show. But remember, my friends, if you're using the date, it does have to be slashes just like that. It cannot be periods. It cannot be dashes. It's got to look just like that. So T-Dub, as soon as I finish up the show tonight, it will be live, my man. Oh, hell yeah. Let me refresh that shop real quick. I see you, Mr. Bailey. And by the way, legends, we do have a wonderful outro jingle tonight. All right. Smart man, brother. Smart man. We have a grading submission that's going off in just a couple of weeks, buddy. So this will be safe and sound until it goes out in that next PSA submission. Done, done, and done. Thank you, Dan. T-Dub. You had the White Sox there, buddy. I believe that was you under Lindsey Wright, correct? That is who had what in that Topps Finest Flashbacks. All right, my dear friends. I am refreshing that shop one more time. See if we have any more family rips. Well, Bravo, welcome back, brother. Great to see you again. It has been a minute. Hope you're doing well, my dude. Oh, hell yeah. I get to stay. Mr. Billy Casper, taking down a beautiful single pack of 1990 NBA hoops. Let's see if we can't find you that elusive, fabled Mark Jackson. And it is our final pack out of a box. But don't you worry, my friends, we have 3 more boxes of this product just waiting in the wings. I'm so sorry you've had a tough couple of weeks, my brother, but I hope we can take your mind off it for just a couple of minutes. I am doing very well, the one and only Random. How are you doing tonight, buddy? All right, good luck, Billy Casper. And Cameron Myers, I see you snagged a break spot as well. We'll get that locked in just a moment. Big hugs and firm handshakes to you, 12 Bravo. Awesome to see you, my brother. All right, little Spud Webb. Shout out to my short kings. Rick Mahorn with the hick from French Lick, co-starring Legend Larry. Reggie Miller. Roy Tarpley. What You Talking About, Kevin Willis. Shout out to Paul. How about a fat lever? Lafayette Lever. Oh, hell yeah.
Oh my God, it's so juicy.
Oh my God!
Ask and you shall receive, my brother. Beautiful. Last pack out of the box and we find the Mark Jackson. Yes, please. Now, obviously, it could be a little bit better in the centering department. But bro, even if it comes back like a 6 or 7, those are selling for quite a bit of money. It's kind of surprising. So, I'm going to sleeve that one up for you, Billy Casper. Congratulations, my good man. And that is a 35-point Junk Wax Vintage Top Loader. Look at those Menendez brothers back there, enjoying their parents' money. Yikes. That is right, Billy Casper. Last but definitely not least, my man. Congratulations. Hey, Mr. New Boot Gooseman, our brother from down under. Excellent to see my nasty New Zealander. How are you, Andrew? All right, moving on. We are not done yet. How about some Samsonite? I want to talk to Samson. Clapping them Maurice cheeks.
Giggity, giggity, giggity.
All right. Shout out to Melody. Armin Gilliam. Detlef Schrempf. Former Seattle Supersonic. Don Chaney. Uwe Blob for San Antonio. Ron Hampa. And Todd in the Wet Sprocket. Murphy. Mr. and Mrs. Murphy's boy. There you go, brother. That's right. Welcome back, Billy. Coming in just pulling some fire. Billy Casper just doing Billy Casper things, gosh dang it. It is excellent to have you back, Billy, and I am elated that we could pull that Mark Jackson together, buddy. Excellent. All of these beautiful cards will be coming in your next JWV package, Billy Casper. Thank you as always, you legend. All right. Let me snag myself a little sippy here, folks. There you go, EDAC. Welcome back, buddy. Happy hump evening. Good to see you again. All right. Let me refresh that shop one more time, and then Cameron Myers, let's get you locked in on the Guardians. And our 8 Hobby Box Baseball Mixer. And welcome to the family, Cameron Myers. Folks, we're getting pretty close on that one. Blue Jays, Brewers, Cardinals, Diamondbacks, Marlins, White Sox, Twins, Tigers, Rockies, Rays, Phillies, Fightin' Phillies, and Padres. Robert Parkinson snagged the Sasaki spot. Timbo T. Wood snagged the college spot because there is a couple of Leaf boxes in here also. Mr. Stroop, can you explain how the Razzies work? I'm happy to do so, my man. You betcha. So basically, buddy, it is kind of like a break within a break. So we took those teams, the last teams that were up there, we basically split the price among 10 different spots. Okay? So we're going to run a moose race to figure out who actually wins the team. So if you've noticed, the spots are like $6, right? So somebody could luck out and get that team for $6 in that is a 5 hobby box football mixer. So that's how those work, brother. So for every one of those Razzies up there, we're going to have a race and find out who wins that team. I appreciate you asking, my man. Scotty 2 Hottie Kuniko, good evening. Sergeant Gravity, you want that Bo Jackson to fill? I am with you, my man. Absolutely. I think it's a little bit of sticker shock on that one. Because if you notice, we did single boxes for like a couple of weeks. And I think people got used to that $20 entry point. Well, we doubled it up. So we went back to 2 booster boxes. And it's not double the price either. So if you notice, it was $20 for the single box. And you always know that I do my absolute damnedest to keep the prices as low as I possibly can while keeping the lights on. So that one is only $38 a spot. It is 40 packs. And I have a hunch that somebody's going to find something juicy in that one. It has been a moment since we found an autograph. We are due. All right, Mr. Grigsby. I see it. Thank you so much, buddy. I see one single pack of 1995 Playboy. Let's see if we can't find you that Trump on our way out tonight, my brother. Maddox, what's up, buddy? Nice to have you here tonight. And I see Dan Holdren. Long time no see, buddy. Thank you for sharing out my live. I appreciate you. Good to see you, brother. Maddox says, how much is the Griffey ball worth? That's a good question, my friend. I got to be honest with you. I don't know. I have no idea. I'll have to check. All right, Mr. Grigsby. Good luck. Let's go. I agree, Steven. Sergeant Gravity, you want the Dan Marino on-card auto from Boba? I'm with you, buddy. Aren't those sick? We actually saw a couple of those at the National. The Dan Marino ones especially. Ooh, it's a lady. How about Brigitte Nielsen? That was when she was dating Sylvester Stallone. That is from 1986. That's got to be an oldie. I'm thinking 60s, maybe? Aha, 1961. 1973. Some Sexy Sisters. 1978. The Salute to the All-American Housewife. That is only slightly problematic in 2025. That is August of 1992. And it shows. And last but not least, a little quilting. Boss Hog Dawson, thank you for sharing out my live, buddy. You too, Matt Campbell. I appreciate you, gentlemen. And that is 1956. Finishing that one off for you, Mr. Grigsby. Thank you again, Steven. Much love to you, my brother. All right, had to find your old pile there, buddy. Thank you. Billy Casper has a question.
Oh, yeah. What kind of a question you want to ask her?
He says, can you elaborate on the Sasaki spot? Of course. So there is a player named Rintaro Sasaki in those products, in 2025 Donruss especially. He does not go under any professional team because I think he's still playing for Stanford right now. But he is in the product, so that is why there is a spot just for him. And Rich has another question. He says, do you have to check for slippage between showing the card since the one time they timed you out for a bit? You remember, my man. So luckily, in the Playboy Series 1, the one that you can find the Donald Trump rookie card, there is no nudity in that one. So you're safe on those. It's the Series 2 that's a doozy. And yeah, we got caught up a little bit. So for you folks that don't know, we had Playboy Series 2, and I was opening packs, and I was aware that there was nudity in there. We were being really careful, but there was a bare butt of a gal, and that got me. I thought they'd be okay with just a bare butt. They were not. So we got banned for 24 hours. That was a bummer. Lesson learned on that one, yeah? No worries. All right, folks. I am refreshing that shop for possibly the last time on this happy hump evening. And what a happy hump evening it has been. 2 hours and 51 minutes of quality family time and Scotty Too Hotty Kuniko. Oh, hell yeah. We're not going anywhere yet. Thank you so much, Scotty. We're going provisions hunting to possibly see ourselves out tonight. Scotty Too Hotty Kuniko, one of the oest of OGs of the family. Let's see if we can't find you some provisions, my brother. Always appreciated. Scotty Too Hotty Kuniko. Good luck. Shout out to the whole Kuniko clan. Dutchy, you're about to hit 5 for 5 2 nights in a row. Damn. Congratulations, brother. I wish I had that kind of luck. I have been sucking it up this year in 5 for 5. Pretty bad. I would say half due to me being too busy over here and I keep forgetting to choose my teams. Way to go, Dalen. Rich, can you show your Griffey 10 holo on the back? I sure can. Now remember though, my brother, that is a 10 on the autograph. That's not a BGS 10. So a BGS 10 in the Ken Griffey Jr. 89 rookie is like a $4,000 or $5,000 card. This is not that. So just to be clear with you, my man. Give me just a moment. So that is the card there, buddy. And that's the holo. Smart man, Dutchy. There you go, brother. Very nice. So who knows? I might have that really graded someday. I would imagine it would probably come back around a 7, maybe an 8, based on the centering. But who knows? I don't know. We'll see. You sure can, Keith. Please do, my brother. And I appreciate you asking. Thank you so much. All right. One more pack for you, Scotty. And we're going to open that one last. That is your pack number 4. And we start off with old Deadpool, Mr. Wade Wilson. You are so welcome, Rich. Thank you, brother. Greg Townsend. Jack Trudeau. Warren Williams. Rakosi. Lorenzo White. Scotty Too Hotty Kuniko. Oh, I think it's an all-star. I'm so sorry. I thought we had a provisions in there. Gosh dang it. I think that might be an all-star, though. I got excited. Carl Mecklenburg. Oh, thank you so much, EDAC. We're going to refresh that shop in just a moment, my brother. Dave Maggot. Anthony Munoz. And it is indeed Mr. Darryl Green on the All-Pro 1991 for the Redskins. David Fulcher for WKRP in Cincinnati. Henry Ellard, Robbie Brown, Vincent Brown, back-to-back Browns. Dave Craig for my Seattle Seahawks. My least favorite quarterback in Seahawks history. Patrick Tyrants, Billy Joe Tolliver for San Diego. Gary Zimmerman, Steve Wisniewski, legend for the Raiders. Clarence Verdon, Chris Callaway, David Grayson, Miami Rice. There you go, Scotty. Michael Young for the Horsies. Shout out to your boy Ron. Art Hall & Oates. Jason Hawkins, he's a very close second. Rick Myrer. My man. Tim McGee. Jerry Rice, so nice. You got him twice. And I'm a poet, and I didn't know it. Michael Young. Hall & Oates. Tim McGee. Wisniewski. Clarence Verdon. Callaway. Grayson. Dave Craig, Patrick Tyrants, Billy Joe Tolliver, Gary Zimmerman. I think we've seen this one. Mr. Ben Smith for Uncle Smitty's Eagles. Good evening, Soups. How you doing there, buddy? I am always well. Even better now that you're here, good sir. Tommy Kane for my Seattle Sea Chickens. What you doing in my Andre Waters? Midnight in Greg Montgomery. Finishing that one off for you. All right, Scotty.
One down, one to go.
Last pack magic, good sir. I could not agree more, Druzer. And Rich, how are you feeling about this year for Seattle? I am always hopeful. Always hopeful. But I'm also very accustomed to disappointment. Being a Seattle fan my whole life. All right, we have Danny Stubbs barbecue sauce. Jerry and the Swiss Family. Robinson. Bruce Smith. Tom Rathman. Ron Morris for the Bears. Barry Word. Checklist. Nick Hama. Coach Prime, Deion Sanders. Harryman. Ben Smith. Tommy Kane. Andre Waters. And Midnight in Greg Montgomery. Finishing off your last pack there, Scotty. Well, gosh dang it, buddy. I'm so sorry we couldn't find a Provisions in there. But you got some sweet, sweet cards. Couple of Dave Craigs. Couple of Miami Rice. And a whole bunch of those horsies for Ron, if he wants them. Ah, Soups, I have been there, my friend. Well, I hope you get it together eventually, my man. It'll wear off eventually. All right, Scotty 2 Hottie Kuniko. Let me put your name on these real quick. Excuse me. There you go, Scotty. Well, good evening there, Alex Wayne. Oh, I think Deion's rookie year was 88, my brother. I think it was 88. I could be wrong, but I think. Okie dokie. We are refreshing that shop one more time, my dear friends. There you go, Soups. I like it, buddy. Scotty, you are so welcome, brother, and all thanks go to you, my good man. Love you, buddy. Shout out to the whole Kuniko household. All right, folks. Ooh, shout out to Elijah. Taking 2 packs of 2025 soccer. Beautiful. Allow me just a moment, my friends. Elijah, Mr. DaCosta. Let's roll. Your very first family rip here, brother. And you know what? I just smacked you with a follow. Welcome to the family, my friend. All right, legends. I have a very strong hunch that this is going to be our last 2 family rips of the evening. Yep. That looks like it is an affirmative. So as always, my dear friends, I cannot thank each and every one of you enough for hanging out with me on this wonderful Wednesday. We had a wonderful morning show, and we've had a truly wacky yet very wonderful Wednesday evening. So as always, my dear friends, this ugly mug will be right back here with you tomorrow morning. Same junk time, same junk channel, 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. And keep in mind, folks, you are absolutely welcome to make purchases from junkwaxvintage.com even when I'm not live. Because when you do that, whatever you purchase will be waiting right here for you tomorrow morning at 9:30. It is wonderful to see you, Alex Wayne. How are you tonight, buddy? We're going to rip both these down for you, Elijah. All right, pack number 1. Good luck. Starting off with a Chiesa, the Federico variety. Phil Foden, Timothy Weah, Yi Shang Huang, Usman Dembele, Sophia Smith, it's a lady, Samuel Chukwueze, Dusan Tadic, Robin Koch, Kai Havertz from Germany. Hyun Sok Hong. Christopher Azure, channeling his inner Robin. I'll see myself out. That is correct, Jason Hawkins. Shout out to my spoken-eyed brother, Mr. Michael Chiesa. So Jason Hawkins, fun fact, I have known Michael Chiesa for many, many years. We went to school together. And there's pictures of him and I on my Facebook. Asundo Pelistri. Alejandro Garnacho. Lorenzo Pellegrini, de Italy. How about the Chiesa so nice you got him twice? On the Optic Preview. Aw, thank you, Jason. He's a handsome son of a gun. I'll take it. Josh Sargent. Ricardo Rios, de Colombia. On the Rated Rookie Optic Preview. Nikola Milenkovic. On the Cracked Ice. From Serbia. Maximiliano Arujo. Those are so pretty. Would you just look at it? Wow. That is a mesmerizing card. On the Rated Rookie from Uruguay. Asundo Pelistri. So nice you got him twice in the Magicians. On the Craftsman, Alex Iwori from Nigeria. Oh, wow. Strahinja Erikovic from Serbia on the Rookie Kings. Amara Diouf and Michael Fay from Senegal, finishing that one off. I agree, Keith. You are correct. Danny Macker says, I graduated with two Olympians. One was a track star and the other was a speed skater, and he ended up doing crashed ice after. Oh, well, that's cool. Right on. All right, we have a Luis Diaz. This is your second and last pack magic, Elijah. Ronald Araujo from Uruguay. Alexis is on fire, McAllister, de Argentina. Matteo Retegui from Italy. Oh, Harry Kane from England. Karem Mafi. Iliman Ndaye. Dusan Vlahovic. Is he related to Zlatan Ibrahimovic? A lot of Hovic's. Pascual Grobe. Wow. What is that? Somebody's going to have to help me out with that one. That's a whole brand new letter. Pascal. I don't even know what that is. You're going to have to help me with that one, my friends. Wow. Diogo Jota, de Portugal. Cole Palmer. Yunus Musa. Julian Quinones. James Rodriguez, de Colombia. Joker 69, Harley Quinn 69. Thank you for smacking the follow button. Welcome to the crew. Very glad to have you. Nico Gonzalez, de Argentina. Gio Reyna from the United States on your Optic Preview. Jamal Musiala on the Optic Preview. Marc-Andre ter Stegen from Germany on your Optic Preview. Cracked Dice Fidel Ambriz de Mexico. Matt Turner from the United States. He's a keeper. Literally. That is such a cool card. Those are so pretty. Nice. Ooh, we got a Zero Gravity. The guy's so nice, they only named him once. Bettina. Funky Cold Bettina. Sleeving that one up for you, buddy. Valentin Barcode on the Rookies, de Argentina. It's a lady. Corbin Albert from the U.S. on the Red Rookie. And it's got like a canvas finish. That's cool. Strahina Erikovic. So nice you got him twice. And Yasser Asparilla from Sarsaparilla de Colombia on the Rated Rookie. Well, there you go, Elijah. I appreciate you snagging your very first rip down from junkwaxvintage.com and giving me some tongue exercises to see us out this evening. I sincerely hope this is your very first rip of many that we do here in this family, my man. I appreciate you, Elijah, and welcome to the family officially, buddy. I know you've been here the last few days. Thank you very, very much. And I hope to see you again tomorrow, my friend. We do have more soccer coming. Just a heads up. All right, I sleeved all those up for you, brother. Allow me just a moment, my friends. Now remember, we have a juicy little outro jingle that I would love you to hear. And if you have never taken a night and come over here and joined us on Twitch for the outro, I invite you to do so. We have some really neat custom cards over here of yours truly. We also have a credits scene. We get to shout out everybody that donated and subscribed tonight. So folks, there is a link on my TikTok profile. If you want to come over here and join us, you have just a few seconds. There you go. Gracias otra vez, Elijah DaCosta. All right, my dear friends. Oh, Keith. Oh, you just made an order. I am so grateful. Thank you so much, buddy. Beautiful. I am refreshing that shop right meow. Oh, hell yeah. Thank you so much, Keith. Taking down 5 packs of Dick Tracy and 3 packs of 1995 Playboy. Beautiful, brother. Let's do it. Your 3 packs of Playboy. Let's see if we can't find you that elusive Donald Trump. You know it, brother. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Dick Tracy. Let's start with some Dick Tracy, and we will end looking for that Donald Trump. All right, good luck, Keith. I love the emotes. Thank you, Druzer. So this might be our last rip of the evening. I am always very grateful. Thank you, Keith. Hope you've had a happy hump day, my brother. We're just going to rip all these down and go through them together. Oh, you're good, Keith. You are totally good, my man. It's no sorry ever necessary, buddy. I'm very grateful to rip with you tonight, my man. And always. Paul Willis, thank you, good sir. Ah, very nice, Keith. So if I may ask, Keith, what do you do for a living, buddy? I always like to learn about you, each and every one of you. And we start with wanted for vagrancy and assault, a face only a mother could love, Steve the Tramp. Lips, in a fix, you're about to give him those cement shoes. Ah, assistant club manager at Sam's Club, nice. Well, it's probably not the best time to tell you we just bought a Costco membership. Oops. Good to see you, brother. We had to make the tough choice between Sam's Club and Costco. We chose Costco, just because it's geographically closer to us than Sam's Club. All right, we got the brow. That looks like the back of my friend's neck. Dick Tracy's Gamble. Roll Call of Evil. You got the title card. Love that one. Death of a Mobster. Some Dick Tracy. The Rodent. Look at the schnoz on that fella. Got a schnoz that would make Nomar Garcia Parra jealous. How about the Faceless Felon? The Blank. Friend or Gorgeous Foe? Shout out to old Madonna. We got to deal with Tracy. And look at the schnoz they put on Al Pacino. Gotta love it. That's Trueheart. The Interrogation. Big Boy Caprice. Channeling his inner dimple chin himself, Uriah Faber. That one took me a second. Big Boy in Command with Breathless standing by. A blank so nice you got him twice. The Family Outing with the Kid and Tess Trueheart. Oh. We have not found many of those. On the Wanted, The Influence for blackmail. And I forgot you could put these together and make a puzzle. That's right. The Captive Crime Fighter. Crashing the Poker Party. Fighting Fire with Fire. Confronting Breathless Mahoney. That was a fun scene. How about some Bug Bailey? Behind Closed Doors. Damn right, Mr. Keith. You are correct. His faith is restored when he was in jail with the Kid. Flat Top's Final Stand. Probably my favorite scene of the whole movie. I don't know why, but Flat Top was always my favorite villain. Who is your favorite villain in Dick Tracy, my friends? Feel free to put it in the chat. Littleface, wanted for manslaughter. And being a good-looking son of a gun. A City Besieged. Absolutely, Keith. Chael P. Sonnen, the West Lynn Gangster, is your favorite fighter? I don't blame you. The Cop and the Kid. I actually just watched his fight with Vanderlei Silva last night. Fun fact. Totally random. How about the Shoulders? Totally forgot that guy. Lips Manless. Dropping Tess Trueheart off. That's right, Jason Hawkins. That's right. I can't let you get too close. Gotta keep you on the outside. Remember that? The Ultimate Fighter, when he's in flip-flops. Gangland Revenge. Mr. Lips in a Fix. The Brow. So nice you got him twice. The Stooge. Considered armed and dangerous. Tracy's Gamble. The Roll Call of Evil. Friend or Gorgeous Foe with Breathless Mahoney, also known as Madonna. We gotta deal with Tracy. Dick Tracy. The Rodent. Tess Trueheart at gunpoint. Shout out to Flat Top. And last but not least, the bribe that he did not take. There you go, brother. I am always happy to rip into some Dick Tracy. Sincerely appreciate you, Keith. Now, my man, let's go Trump hunting, shall we?
Ooh, yeah.
Excuse me. That's right, Keith. That's right. I remember. All right. 2 shakes of a lamb's tail here, my friends. I'm refreshing that shop one more time just to make sure we're not missing anything. We are not. So, ladies and gentlemen, this will be our last family rip of the evening. Mr. Robert Parkinson, if you're taking off tonight, my brother, have a wonderful remainder of your evening, and I hope to get to see you tomorrow, buddy. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight, my man. 3 hours and 15 minutes of quality family time. Much love to you, Rob. We'll see you tomorrow, brother. We're going to rip all these down, go through them together, Keith. And I would love to find you a Donald Trump rookie card in here, buddy. I think we're due. We have actually ripped through quite a few packs. And we haven't seen one yet. So I think that bodes well for you. Good luck. Starting off a little promo. The Scarlet Letter. The letter A. Oh, hell yeah. How about for the second time tonight, my friends, Beldar and Barbed Wire. Dan Aykroyd and Pam Anderson.
Oh my God, it's so juicy.
Just leaving that one up for you, buddy. That is really nicely centered, too. Beautiful. Bro, that card in a PSA 10 is actually pretty valuable. I might think about grading that one if that was mine. That looks pretty damn good there, buddy. Nice. On the stand they go. The Jackson Pollock painting from 1955. Carol from the Johnny Carson Show from 1984. I think that's an oldie, maybe from the 60s. 1967. I think that's another one, possibly from the 60s. It does not like how shiny that is. 1971. Another promo. Little put 'em on the glass. The anniversary issue. Oh, you got a refractor in here, buddy. That is from January of 1982. And my dude, this is the second refractor that we have pulled tonight. Congratulations, my man. From 1956. Another one on the stand there for you, Keith. Beautiful. I think that's got to be another 70s, yeah? 1968. Close. Holy tan line, Batman. A toast to bikinis. Another 1962. Joan Severance on the holiday anniversary issue from 1990. I love this one. It's like an acid trip on a card. Shout out to my buddy Lucy. Playboy's Pro Football Forecast on that one, and that has got to be a 70s. Correct, 1974. And last pack magic, my brother. We start off with Playmate of the Year, Karen Velez. And Doc Gooden co-starring on that one. I believe that's 1985. It sure is. Rookie Year Doc. How about the Frank Sinatra issue from 1960? You got the letter Y. The 40th anniversary issue. That's a cool one. From 1994. Playmate of the Year. Whole bunch of underboob. And that is 1972. And last but not least, when she was dating Sylvester Stallone, old Brigitte Nielsen, on the Christmas Gala issue. Last but definitely not least. There you go, Keith. I am slightly bummed I could not find a Trump rookie in there for you, but that is a wonderful consolation on the Beldar and barbed wire, and that refractor is pretty damn cool too, buddy. Those refractors are not easy to find. And since that Beldar and barbed wire could be grade worthy, I'm going to go ahead and top load that one up for you, buddy, just to be on the safe side. Aw, Keith, always, brother, always. Thank you so much, buddy. Allow me just a moment, my friends. And this is going to go with your other pile, Keith. I actually just took your other pile downstairs a few hours ago. So I'm going to put those with those. All right, legends. Hey, Dutchie, you were spot on, my brother. Thank you for the positivity, as always. Love you, buddy. All right, folks. One last refresh of junkwaxvintage.com just to make sure. But my friends, it has been an absolutely wonderful Wednesday night. 3 hours and 20 minutes of quality family time. As always, thank you to each and every one of you for being here with me. I appreciate it more than you will ever know. And Keith, please do, my man. Please do. And if anybody else wants to make the switch to Twitch, to come over for the outro, you are absolutely invited to do so. So as always, folks, until I see you again, I need you to do me a solid. I need you to do me a favor. Until I see you again tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time, I need you to first and foremost, please be good to yourselves. When you're using that inner monologue, because we all do, try to say nice things to yourself, right? Try to pump yourself up instead of pushing yourself down. Always remember, my friends, that your thoughts eventually become your actions eventually become your lifestyle, and your lifestyle eventually becomes everything. So at the end of the day, folks, it is absolutely vital to keep up here as positive as humanly possible. So please be good to yourselves. Please be good to the people around you. And I know what you're going to say. Uncle Junk Wax, those other human beings out there, sometimes they make it really difficult to pay forward that golden rule, right? Unfortunately, my friends, our world, and especially this card hobby that we love so much, at times can be chock full of a-holes. We do not need any more. We're all set in the a-hole department. What we do need is kindness, patience, tolerance, and empathy. And you, my friends, you have the power. You are capable of being the change that you want to see in the world. I have faith in you. And lastly, do your absolute damnedest to maintain that attitude of gratitude, my dear friends. Always remember, your attitude will determine your altitude in this life. And no matter how bad you think you have it, I guarantee you that there is somebody out there that has it way worse than you do. So try to think about what you do have instead of what you don't have. And at the end of the day, folks, especially if you were born here in North America, you definitely have a short list of things to be grateful for, right? I'll help you. If you got a car that runs, if you've got a roof over your head consistently, if you've got kids that are healthy, if you're healthy-ish, if you have a card community that cares about you and loves you, if you've got a hobby that you love, right? So always remember, folks, even on your worst day, there's always a short list of things to be grateful for. And until I see you again, folks, I hope you find whatever's on your list, and I hope you let it motivate you until tomorrow morning. So thank you as always, you absolute legends. Have a magnificent remainder of your evening, and enjoy your outro jingle. Smoochies! Such a dork. Love you! Let's bring it back down, shall we? Mr. Russo, thank you for smacking the follow button. You too, Zach.
That break was wild. What a Wednesday show. Dalen brought the fire, and we let it flow. From the first pack into the final hit, JWV made every minute legit. Mrs. Junk Wax sorted with skill and speed. The legends show love, that's all we need. We cracked some backs, we shared some laughs, and pulled some heat on behalf of the past. We stayed grateful, we stayed true. Brought the cardboard magic right to you. Spicy water poured and the vibes ran high. We wrapped another break under the Wednesday sky. From the chat to the hits, every second felt right. Thanks for rolling through our wonderful Wednesday night.
Great to see you over here, Jason. Thank you, DJ Pollo. Bienvenidos, my brother. Gracias a ti. I know, Elijah. I'm telling you, buddy. Aren't they funny? Shout out to Mikey1, who helped us make these custom cards. Aren't they great? Now you see why I try to get you over here to Twitch. As always, my friends, thank you again for another wonderful Wednesday night in the family.
That break was wild. What a Wednesday show. Dalen brought the fire, and we let it flow from the first pack into the final hit. JWV made every minute legit. Mrs. Junk Wax sorted with skill and speed. The legends show love, that's all we need. We cracked some backs, we shared some laughs, and pulled some heat on behalf of the past. We stayed grateful, we stayed true. Brought the cardboard magic right to you. Spicy water poured and the vibes ran high. We wrapped another break under the Wednesday sky. From the chat to the hits, every second felt right. Thanks for rolling through our wonderful Wednesday night.
Did we miss Baywatch?
You know that I'm the cream of the crop.
When I was tasting you, brother, I found you to be not so bad at all.
And I'm inviting you to come see me and to get it straightened out all in one night, yeah. Oh, my. After I beat you and satisfy all the Hulkamaniacs, I'm gonna get off by cranking your knob.
Oh, wow.
Unjustifiably in a position that I'd rather not be in.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Come on, Craig. Easy now, fuzzy little man Peach.
I've been arrogant, and I apologize.
I am humble in general.
Oh, my God. I've got the style and profile like never before. Let me go on record as telling the whole world to be the man. You gotta beat the man. And I'm saying, I got that Ric Flair. Woo! I got that Ric Flair.
Come on, Craig.
Oh, thank you so much, Elijah. I appreciate that so much, my man. Ethan, it is great to see you too, buddy. Yo, just catching my way out tonight there, buddy. Hi and bye. Again, my dear friends, it has been an absolutely wonderful Wednesday here in the front yard, and it's thanks to each and every one of you. So big hugs, firm handshakes all around. Much love and respect. Let's do it all over again tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Thank you again, everybody.